Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars and welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is going to be a future spouse pick a card reading, and we're going to look at how will your love story with your true love and your future spouse begin. So kind of like the energy that is going to be around you, within them, when they look at you, what are they thinking, how are they feeling. Yeah, just kind of like the beginning of your love story. Okay, that's what we're going to look at today. This reading is going to have an extended, and in the extended we're going to look at the continuation, or like I'm going to leave you at a cliffhanger on the reading on YouTube, and then we're going to go to Patreon and look at the continuation of your love story, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to tap a little bit deeper into everything. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I haven't done that reading in a while, and I know some of y'all are going to meet your true love and future spouse soon, so let's already see like what is the beginning of your love story going to feel like, look like, sound like. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. Yeah, if you want to see the extended is going to be, or like the link for the extended is going to be down in the description box. Okay, also if you're new, my name is Cynthia. Okay, and I'm your weird psychic girl from next door, and I am going to look at your true love and your future spouse today if you're completely new here. Also, if you like those readings, subscribe. Okay, so in the next clip you can choose between 3 images. If you feel indecisive, you can go on Google, find a number generator and ask your spirit guides and your ancestors, the universe, God, whatever feels good to you. Ask your spirit guides or your ancestors to guide you to the right pile, and the number generator will spit out a number. If you feel like you have more than one pile, you can also add the number 4 to the number generator. If the number 4 comes out, that means that you maybe have more than one pile. Okay, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into your reading, guys. I'm excited. Okay, hey pie number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a future spouse reading. Okay, and we're going to look at how your love story with your true love and your future spouse is going to begin, because I know a lot of you guys, you are about to meet somebody special. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to tap into how your love story is going to begin. Okay, this reading is going to have an extended, and in the extended I'm just going to continue. So we're going to leave you with a cliffhanger. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue like how is everything going to happen between the two of you on Patreon. Okay, the link is going to be down in the description box. Let me tap into the energy here, pile number 1. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, let me see. How is your love story going to begin, pile number 1? The first thing that I want to say is, and if you're new to my channel, this is like connected to other readings that I've done on my channel, but we have here the card, you will have to make a decision between 2 people. So if you remember a reading where I said, oh, you're going to be, you know, standing in front of 2 men or 2 women, or something along this is definitely your pal. Okay, because it says you will have to make a decision between 2 people. So your love story with your true love and your future spouse is going to begin that 2 people want you at the same time. Like your future spouse is going to want you, and someone else is going to want you too. Okay, so there's this energy of like 2 men want you, 2 women want you for a lot of you guys, because for a lot of you guys, I'm seeing it's 2 men. Okay, so if you are a man watching me and you are into other women, and you are into women, this could be that you are going to want your true love in your future spouse, and we're going to talk about the other person that is around her, okay? But you don't have to worry about them. She wants you, but there could be an energy of like an ex lingering, because we have here release your ex, okay? That is going to try to make you feel insecure, or going to try to make you feel less than, or going to try to make you feel like you are the second option, even though this lady wants you, okay? So keep that in mind. If you are a man watching me, or even if you're gay, you are a man, you're gay, and you're into other men, because I'm seeing there's two men, okay? Like for most of you guys, it's like a situation where it talks about two men and one woman, or one man and two other men want this man, if you are like gay or whatever, okay? Even if you're lesbian, I'm picking up maybe it's like two women that have a masculine side to them, but they both have a different masculine side to them, if that makes sense, okay? So you could be the feminine connection, and the other two women are like a little bit more masculine, or take on the masculine role or whatever, okay? That's what I'm picking up here, but of course it's going to be different for all of you guys. So yeah, there's going to be an energy where you're going to feel like you are in between two men. You might feel like, I've been single for so long, and all of a sudden two men want me, all of a sudden two women want me, all of a sudden, like, I don't know, like, I'm confused. Like there could even be an energy where right before you meet your future spouse, you will get approached a lot. Is what I'm picking up here. Like, damn, like why is everybody approaching me? Or like, why are men like looking at me as if I'm like a snack? Or I don't know, why do I get so many like stares, you know? This could be a tell sign, or like a telltale sign that your future spouse is close, because that energy is going to be surrounding you when you meet him or her. Something about like more than one person wants you, or I don't know, there could be an energy of like your ex coming out of the woodworks. You haven't seen him in years, you haven't seen him in months, and all of a sudden he's texting you. Do you know what this reminds me of? Let me actually talk to you guys a little bit here, okay? We're also going to move on from this energy, because I don't want your ex or some type of ex-lover to take over this reading, but I have to mention it, okay? You might be just a little bit like confused, like, damn, you know, like, why does everybody want me? Like, I've been single for months, for years, and, you know, all of a sudden they all want me at once, or all of a sudden I get like one date invitation after the other. Like, what the hell's going on, you know? And amongst all of these guys, there's going to be your future spouse, okay? That's what I'm picking up here. So it's going to be more than usual. Even if you feel like you already are getting approached a lot, it's going to get even more right before you meet your future spouse, is what I'm picking up here, okay? There's this energy of, I have to tell you something. So guys, I was getting ready for your reading, okay? And all of a sudden I felt very good, and all of a sudden I felt like a drop in energy. I felt like a, oh my god, I feel like bad, or like out of freaking nowhere, because I felt good. I woke up on the right side of the bed or with the right foot or whatever, so I felt good, I felt fantastic. But as I was getting ready for your reading, I started to feel like my stomach, kind of like, you know, when you feel like your stomach is heavy, or you feel like a pit. You say a pit in your stomach, I don't know if you say it like that. And then I was like, what the hell is that about, you know? Then my spirit guides told me that there is an ex-lover, or like a past type of situation in my energy, you know? And it's funny that I feel this way when I'm recording your reading, because you're the only reading that I record today. This also reminds me of a situation where I was laying in bed, and I was like, I got a vision of my future. Like, I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden I got like a vision of like a future situation that is going to happen in my life. And in this moment, an ex-lover was contacting me and took me kind of like out of like me seeing my future, okay? So yeah, for some of you guys, I pick up a strong energy here. There's going to be like an ex-lover, or an ex-crush, an ex-secret admirer. That doesn't even have to, if you tell me, Cynthia, I don't have any ex, this could even be a person that you had a situationship with, a friends with benefits with, where you had a crush on somebody, and they never reciprocated. They're gonna come out of the woodworks. You're gonna be like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, I just met this beautiful man, and then this man also comes into my life, and like, what the hell is even going on? Like, you know, what is happening? You know, my love life is crazy. Or like, there could even be an energy where one of your dates, when you are with your true love and your future spouse, there will be another man, or there will be an ex all of a sudden, like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, and you're like, oh my god, I'm like with my new boo and my ex is in front of me, like, what the hell, what is going on, you know? That's the vibe that is coming through here. I'm not gonna lie, because it literally says release your ex. Okay, so for some of you guys, it's a person from the past that is gonna try to come back in. Okay, we're gonna maybe talk about that a little bit later. I just wanted to mention it because I'm seeing it here. For others of you, if it's not an ex, it's the energy of like you're going to meet your future spouse, okay, and right after you're also going to meet another man, and he's also gonna be like cute and charming and asking you out on a date or whatever. Something along those lines, okay? You're going to feel like you are in between two men or two women. You know who you want, but it's still gonna, this energy is still around you. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if you know, like, yeah, that's my man, and he's cute, but he's not my man or whatever, or she's cute, but she's not my woman, this energy is still around you as how your connection is gonna start, okay? Let me show you the cards a little bit so you can see everything. We have here the card, I have a question. Okay. We have here the card, hug me please. Okay, and then this card says, it's you because no one else makes sense. And then it says, maybe we're both crazy. And it's like supposed to be a poem. It says Perry Poetry. And then we have here the card apology, but I'm paying attention to how she is crying. So I feel like, part number one, how is your love story with your future spouse going to begin? It's going to begin with you crying happy tears. It's going to begin with you, because I'm picking up a strong energy, especially with this card right here, that your future spouse is going to give you the most beautiful compliment you've ever heard. They're going to make you cry with something that they say, okay? Like, they could be a person where their language is very poetic. When they talk like, kind of like, I don't know, when I saw you, it looked like I was looking at a flower that is about to bloom, you know? They talk very, they have a way of talking. They could be literally an author or a poet, or your future spouse could just be good at writing poems, okay? Or something about they're good with their words, but they're going to say something that is going to make you cry. Like, you're going to feel like this is the, I don't even want to cry. Shit, see, I'm just talking about it and I'm about to tear up. They're going to say something that is going to make you feel like the most beautiful woman, or the most handsome man, or the most amazing man in the world, okay? There's something about them giving you a compliment that you've never heard before, or a compliment that goes so deep that it touches your soul, okay? See, I don't want to cry because I'm being brought to this guy called, maybe you guys want to check him out. He's on Instagram. His name is, hold on, where the hell is he? Yeah, his name is Chris, the co-creator. You have to check him out. If you like poetry, you're going to melt when you read his poems. Oh my god, they're so erotic, so sexy, so deep. Like, yo, let me see if I can find one, okay, to make you feel what I feel over here, because I'm about to freaking cry. Okay, I found it, guys. So it says, like, oh god, it's amazing. So the poem says, I want to put her moan in a mason jar, label it moon honey, sip it every time I forget I'm a man made of miracles and mistakes. When I hold her, I'm not holding a woman, I'm holding the universe wrapped in skin. I'm holding centuries of prayers answered at once. I'm holding every river that ever longed to flood, and every mountain that dared to kneel for the rain. I want to love her until her ancestors dance in her blood, until her shame becomes a language she forgets how to speak, until her thighs remember they are altars, until her heart beats loud enough to call the gods home. Bro, oh my god. I feel like that's how your future spouse speaks. When they speak, your heart is gonna melt. You're gonna feel like, stop, you know? I feel like they're gonna make you cry. Your future spouse is gonna make you cry. They're gonna make you cry because they're gonna make you feel like you're the most beautiful woman that has ever walked upon planet Earth. You're the best man, the most amazing man that has ever walked upon planet Earth. Okay, they might even dedicate a poem to you. I do not want to cry, damn. They might send a poem to you, okay, to kind of like show you how they feel, or They might even read out their poems to you, okay? And it's gonna make you tear up. You're gonna have tears in your eyes, okay? Because it's so beautiful, it's so passionate, it's so loving and so like, I don't know, okay? Like it touches your soul. I'm hearing in all the right places. So your future spouse is gonna touch your soul before they even touch your body. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, they might even say a compliment to you if they're not a poet or whatever, or if they don't write poetry. They might even give you a compliment like, I don't know, you make my soul happy, or I really like your heart. You know, like a very unique compliment that you feel like, oh my God, you know, like, what a special compliment. You make me feel so special. I mean, want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world, like I'm the only one that you ever know. Okay, that's how you're going to feel, like the only girl in the world. That's how they're going to make you feel. Okay, and they mean, I'm hearing, and they mean every word they say. They don't just talk to talk, they mean it. Okay. So if your spouse could be a person that is very passionate with the way that they talk, okay, they're going to say like, I don't know, like when I don't see you, my heart hurts, you know, they mean it, okay, when they talk like that. That's what I'm picking up here, okay. So yeah, I feel like your love story is going to begin with you being super emotional about the compliment that they give you, or how they describe you, kind of like when they describe your beauty, or when they describe like why they felt drawn to you, or why they want to go on a date with you, or how they felt about the date, okay? You're gonna be like, stop, you're gonna make me cry. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. There's gonna be a strong desire to hug each other, okay? Like I'm picking up a strong energy here where your connection is gonna begin with like a very magical hug. You might feel like a spiritual awakening when they hug you, or they're going to feel a spiritual awakening when you hug them. It's going to feel like this hug feels otherworldly, this hug feels ethereal, this hug feels like sparks, like a firework. Okay. There's going to be an energy where you guys cannot help but hug each other. Okay. I'm also picking up a strong energy here, pile number 1. Again, for most of you guys, I'm seeing 2 men and like 1 woman and 2 men, because we have the King of Cups here and we have the King of Pentacles here, okay? So we have 2 kings here. But again, like take it how it resonates. So I'm going to talk about from the perspective of if you are a woman and there's 2 men, and then I'm also going to tap into if you are a man and there's another man who wants your wife. Okay, she's yours. So let me explain what I'm seeing here. Pile number 1, I'm picking up the energy here that there could be a situation in the beginning of your connection where I'm seeing you being with your new boo, which is your future spouse, okay? And you guys maybe are somewhere, and again, you might be running into a co-worker, you might be running into an ex-lover or whatever, and they talk very friendly to you and stuff like that. And I'm seeing your future spouse being like a little sad and just like walking away, walking into a corner. They don't want to disturb the conversation that you have, okay? And you might be talking to this guy and you might not be even noticing that your boo is like somewhere else. He might be outside smoking a cigarette, you know, if they smoke or whatever. I'm just giving an example. So you might be noticing, hey, where did he go, you know, because you were just talking to somebody. And again, this person wants you though. So it's not like they're it's not like they're exaggerating. Do you know what I mean? Like this person really, the other person really is into you. So they have a valid reason to be pissed when they want you. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm seeing you here like looking around like, hey, where is he? You know, where did he go? And then you see him like in a corner, and you might see like his facial expression kind of like, yeah, you're gonna see, this is exactly how I felt today. I felt freaking amazing, and then I felt like an energy like invading my privacy, you know? And then I felt like a pit in my stomach, and I felt like, oh God, you know, I don't feel good anymore. That's how your future spouse is going to feel. Like, they're going to feel like they feel a pit in their stomach because, like, again, it's not official between the two of you. So of course you do have options and stuff like that, you know? So they're going to be like a little bit sad. You might see them like, I don't know, like their body language or like their face. You're gonna be like seeing that they're not happy. Okay. And I'm seeing here like you're gonna notice it, like, oh, maybe he thinks like I want that guy, or like maybe there's like a misunderstanding or like miscommunication, you know. Maybe you say, oh yeah, that was my ex, and like he immediately loses his appetite, you know, like, yeah, okay, well, like her ex is here, and like the fuck, you know, the hell, what the hell, you know. And I'm seeing you here like feeling like, no, I need to, like, I want to hug him, like I want to show him that I want him. So I feel like you're gonna go out of your way to like show him, hey, this was my ex, like I don't want any, he's an ex for a reason, you know. So I pick up a strong energy here where you might go out of your way to like kiss him on his cheek or give him a hug or whatever, to make him feel like, hey, don't worry about this dude, okay? Is what I'm picking up here, which again might make him emotional or might make them emotional. Okay, it's kind of like where they have so much high hopes that you are the one, and then your ex is all of a sudden there. Like, of course they're gonna feel away. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm picking up here very, very strongly. Okay, and then like this magical hug is happening between the two of you. Okay. It's kind of like you're hugging him, and like all of his sadness goes away. It just like disappears. Like his worries that he had about this other dude or this other person. Fathers of you, if you are a man watching me and you are into women, that's exactly what's gonna happen, okay? So your spirit guides want you to know that, yeah, there might be like an ex lingering, but he's an ex for a reason, or she's an ex for a reason. So you don't have to worry about this, but it might still piss you off because again, they could be like, I don't know if they're like on purpose. Maybe for some of you guys, there could even be an energy where, oh, hopefully not, but there could be an energy where you might be posting something, or your future wife is posting something on Instagram like, hey, I'm there, and she's there with you, or you are there with your man, with your future spouse, and your ex might be still checking your Instagram. You might not know that your ex, or like an ex-lover, an ex-crush, whatever, an ex-secret admirer is still checking on your Instagram, even through a fake account or through a friend's account or whatever, or through a mutual friend. So they will know that you are somewhere, and they might actually drive there on purpose. I'm not gonna lie. For some of you guys, you might have a crazy person like that around you. Okay, it's kind of like where this person's going to realize, oh damn, pie number one is moving on. Pie number one is like outside with a man and he treats her well. Like, let me come in, you know? That's what I'm picking up here. Okay. I'm also seeing you here like driving home and thinking about his words. Thinking about her words, and like how much they penetrated your soul, how deeply they made you feel seen, how deeply they made you feel beautiful. Okay. And there's this energy of like, yeah, I know he's the one. Like the other guy, he's cute or whatever. The other girl, she's cute or whatever. But this man, like, I never heard such a beautiful compliment. That's what I'm hearing. I've never heard such a beautiful poem. I never received such a sweet, sweet text message. Okay. That could also be a reason why you will know who is the one. It's because of his words. It's because of her words. The way that they speak. It's poetic, it's deep, it's honest. Okay. And again, they might have a very unique way. Of like complimenting you is what I'm picking up here. Okay. For a lot of you guys, your connection is also going to begin with you traveling. So I pick up you're going to travel very early on in your connection. Maybe in the first 2 or 3 months you might be traveling. Okay, they might be asking you, hey, do you want to go on a road trip with me for a weekend? Or do you want to go to Italy with me for a weekend? It says enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. They might even feel like, you know what, I need to like show her that I'm the man, you know, and her ex could never compare. That's why they will, not that's why, but it could be an additional reason why they will feel like, now I'm gonna take her. Yeah, do you know, okay, see, do you know what I'm picking up here? I'm picking up this energy here where there could even be an energy where you're just about gonna be pissed about like your ex being around, or maybe your ex even living around you or something like that, and they're gonna feel like, no, let's get out of that city. Let's get out of the city, like let's go to another city to like be far away from my ex, from your ex, from any ex person. Let's go to Italy where nobody knows us, and because they're going to be pissed a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So they're going to feel like, no, we're going to go on vacation now. Like I'm going to take her somewhere and it's just me and her. It's me and you now. I've been waiting. Think I want to make a move now. Okay, that energy could be in the air as well. Like let's just take a flight and go somewhere where nobody knows you and nobody knows me. But it comes from like an energy of like, I just want to be alone with you. They might even feel like, listen, for some of you guys, I'm going to be honest, for some of you guys, it could literally be an energy where when you and your future spouse meet, especially in the beginning, there's always someone, like they might meet someone, you might meet someone, their ex could be trying to manifest them, your ex could be trying to manifest you. So you're both going to feel like, what the hell's going on? Like every time I want to spend alone time, something is in the middle. Like every time we want to spend alone time, like something is coming up, and like I don't know, like we can never really spend alone time together because there's always some type of energy in the air. Okay, and that could be the reason why you're both going to feel like, let's just take some days off of work, let's just go on a road trip together so we can, I just want to see you and feel you and touch you, and I just want to see you for the whole weekend. Like I don't want to see nobody, I don't want to hear from nobody, I just want to see you and be with you and like be in your energy. Okay, okay guys, I'm even picking up this energy of like, maybe you're not going to immediately notice that your future spouse feels a little bit weird about like the way you interacted with an ex or with a person that you know from your past or whatever. So I'm seeing you here like going to bed, which we talked about. I talked about this in the beginning of your reading, right? I'm telling you, there's something about you laying in bed and you might be thinking about him, and all of a sudden he calls you, or the other way around, okay? And he's gonna be like, hey, can I ask you a question? Like I cannot go to bed or I cannot sleep before I ask you that question. You know, you're gonna be like, yeah, what's going on? And then they're gonna maybe ask you like, hey, is this like your ex, or do you want him back? Or you know, like if you want to be with your ex, like just tell me, you know, like I can stomach it, you know? Kind of like where they maybe have a nightmare of this, and then they wake up and then they call you, or they cannot sleep because they're thinking about it and they have anxiety, and they're going to call you and you're going to be like, oh my god, no, that was not what was happening. Or again, the other way around, you might feel this way about her and she's going to be like, no, or she's going to feel like she has to call you because she doesn't want you to think a certain way about the situation. So you're going to be like in your bed, you're going to be thinking like, what the hell was this, like feeling insecure, feeling weird, and then she's going to be calling you like, hey, can I ask you a question, like, or can I tell you something? And then you guys are going to talk about this, you know, because you both cannot sleep before you clear the air. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here very, very strongly. For some of you guys, your connection, yeah, there's something about, because if you look at this card right here, this literally looks like she's at a concert or at a festival. So there's lots and lots of people around her. Do you see that? That's maybe where the confusion is going to come, because there's going to be lots of people in your energy, lots of people in their energy. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm also seeing something here like I'm hearing breakfast in bed, or I'm hearing something about like oh, one of your first dates could be you guys brunching or going on a date to eat breakfast together. or kind of like them coming over to bring you breakfast. They're gonna ask you like, what do you like to eat for breakfast, you know? I'm also seeing something about like, yeah, something about like a special breakfast. It's kind of like the best croissant you've ever eaten, the best coffee, the best, like, I don't know what you eat for, the best waffle with strawberries and raspberries and stuff like that. That's what I'm just seeing here. Okay. Or they're going to feel like they want to make you breakfast in bed. Okay, maybe on a honeymoon, maybe when you guys are like on vacation. Okay. But yeah, I feel like you're both going to be emotional. Like one person's emotional because you cannot believe like the way he talks to you, like the way he, I don't know, the way he compliments you, how often he compliments you. Okay. Yeah. And like his voice when he says it, like you're beautiful, like his voice, like it's gonna make you feel like, oh my god, you know, like you make me emotional. Okay. Because you can feel the passion in his voice, you can feel his like desire for you in his voice. Okay. And they might feel like they're a little bit emotional about like another man in your life, okay? Or like the way you talk to somebody. It's not like you did this on purpose, but maybe someone was flirting with you and you're not noticing it. You might be the kind of person where you sometimes don't notice that people are flirting with you, but they notice because they are a man as well, so they know how a man works, or they know how a man thinks. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. How is Pen Number One's love story with their true love relationship going to begin? Oh my god, it says let the journey begin, and I just said like, how is it going to begin? So yeah, you guys are going to go on a journey here together. Okay, I do feel like you're going to travel very early on in your connection, because you're both going to feel like, maybe you're both going to feel like you want to escape the town. Maybe you feel like there's a lot of people that you don't want to run into. They feel like there's a lot of people they don't want to run into. Do you know what I mean? You could both feel like you're fed up with a city or a country that you live in, and so you both could have like a strong desire to travel. Or again, just in general, where you feel like I don't know, I want to show her that I'm serious with her. I want to show him that like I want to be with him, and that could be connected to going on vacation together. Okay, again, could be happening within the first 3-4 months or something like that, which I would say is very early on in the connection, right? Let's see, how's your connection going to begin? For some reason, I'm also seeing you both laying. Yeah, I'm seeing you both laying on the floor. Okay, so there could be an energy of like you laying on a meadow. Okay, or laying on the floor, like with a super cozy carpet, and you could be kissing. There's something about laying on the floor together. I don't know what that means. Kind of like laying on the floor and looking up the sky or something like that. Okay. Or again, this energy of like you're both going to be laying in bed thinking about each other, and you could both be calling each other in the same moment, or texting each other in the same moment. Like, oh my god, I wanted to text you. Oh my god, I wanted to text you, you know? It's like your connection is so strong that even if other people are around you or are around them, it's like you're so in sync with each other. This could be happening quite often, where you always text or call each other in the same moment. Okay. You're going to realize that you are so in sync with your future spouse, and you are out of sync with this other man or this other woman. Okay. That's what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, they're going to want to go on a spa retreat with you, like getting a massage together is what I'm picking up here too. Okay, because there could be an energy where one of your dates is very stressful, but it is because people are around you, people are around them. So someone is going to feel like, you know what, I feel like we're both in need of like a really good massage or like a really good spa moment. Okay, so that you both are relaxed and that you both are like that you both feel good. Okay, far away from the daily hustle and bustle. Let's see, the connection is going to begin. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to travel. Okay, your connection is going to begin with a honeymoon, which is crazy, right? Because a honeymoon is usually something that you do after your marriage, but it's going to start with a honeymoon, or kind of like, you know, in quotation marks, a honeymoon, or kind of like a vacation. Your connection is going to start with a vacation, pile number one. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here very, very strongly. Let's see. Yeah, there's also going to be gossip about your connection. I'm telling you, your connection is not going to be low-key. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you, or that knows your future spouse, or it's going to go around that like you guys are dating or you guys are seeing each other. There's going to be gossip. So your connection is also going to start with like gossip being around your connection. Okay. Like people are going to talk about your connection is what I'm picking up here. Okay, or people are going to talk about like, did you see he took her on vacation? Did you see he was on vacation with her? For some of you guys, pile number one, and this is specifically for my man out there, I'm picking up the energy. There could even be an energy around you where you might have a crush on a girl very soon, okay, and she is your future spouse, or they could even be another man, okay, whoever, whatever. And your friend is going to approach her before you have the chance to approach her, but maybe you didn't tell your friend that you have a crush on her. Do you know what I mean? So he's approaching her and he didn't know that you also have a crush on this lady or on this man. And maybe they go on a date and then you're going to feel bummed because you already had a crush on her. And she also has a crush on you, but she maybe went on a date with this guy because he approached and she was thinking like, oh, why not? But then she's going to like not want to go on a second date with him, but it's still going to piss you off. But it could be kind of like a miscommunication, because maybe if your friend knew that you like this girl, he wouldn't have approached her. Or this could be a very sneaky mother effer that is around you where he knows that you like this girl, and he's still going to try to flirt with her to kind of like get her to like him. But she's still going to like you, picking up here. So even if this man is going on a date with her, even if this man is like flirting with her, she secretly has a crush on you. So she wishes that what he is doing is what you would be doing to her. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. So this is again very specific for my men out there. This could even be like a friend, or like a mutual friend, or like an acquaintance or something like that. So maybe this person doesn't owe you any loyalty because they're just an acquaintance of yours, but they might know that you like this girl and they're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to get her, you know, like I'm better than you, like you, pile number one. And she might be rejecting him, or she might go on a date with him once and then realize, nah, this ain't for me, you know. But you might be discouraged because you already asked her out. Do you know what I mean? But you shouldn't, because she doesn't want him. Maybe she was just like testing the waters and she was seeing, this ain't for me. So I'm picking up like you go on a first date and then you never call back, or then you ghost this person. So this could be significant for some of you guys here as well. And again, your spirit guides are telling you, don't let yourself get discouraged. If you see something that you want, go and get it. And she wants you, okay? Even if there's other men around her, okay? Let me just get a few more cards here, okay? How's pile number one's connection going to begin with their true love and their future spouse? Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, so someone is going to be mad that you guys are in love. Someone is gonna be mad. Okay, with the Fury. Someone is gonna be mad that this man fell in love with you, or that this woman fell in love with you and not them. Okay. Yeah, I'm also seeing like a salty co-worker. For some of you guys, this person that is gonna be in your energy could also be like a lawyer. If you know you have like an ex-crush or like an ex-person or like a friend or like a, I don't know, something about where you know somebody from your past and they might be working in the law department, this could be them. Okay. Or they could be working in marketing, or they could be like, I don't know. For some of you guys, not for all of you. Or maybe you work in the law department. Okay. It's almost this energy of like where people are gonna try to start drama, but you both are so in love with each other that you don't notice nothing. It's like you only see each other. You don't even see all the shitstorm that is happening around you. Okay. Let's see. How's your connection going to begin, pile number 1, with your future spouse? Wow, we have Earth couple here, so you could both be Taurus, Capricorn, or what is the other zodiac sign? Damn. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I always forget Virgo. So you could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or they could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Did you know, guys, because I follow Vedic astrology, or when I was following astrology like a lot, I was following Vedic astrology. I feel like it's a little bit more thorough. If you want to know what the difference is between Western astrology and Vedic astrology, basically, Western astrology is kind of like, let's say for example, we talk about your moon placement, right? Let's say for example, when you are born, or when you were born, the moon was in the zodiac sign of Virgo, but it was moving because the planets are moving, right? And that's why the zodiac signs are changing. The planets are moving, or the planets are moving. So let's say, for example, when you were born, at the exact time you were born, the moon was in Virgo, but it was moving towards Libra. The way Western astrology calculates the zodiac sign, or the placement of the moon, is the movement of the moon. So the moon was moving to Virgo. That's why the moon was moving to Libra. That's why in Western astrology, you say your moon is in Libra, because your moon was actually in Virgo, but it was moving towards Libra. So Western astrology is calculating the movement of the moon instead of its actual placement. So in Vedic astrology, they calculate, oh, the moon is in Virgo. Maybe it was on its way to Libra, but when you were born, the moon was in Virgo. So that's why you are sometimes different zodiac signs in Western and in Vedic astrology. So again, Vedic astrology is about the moon is right here and we don't care about where the moon is moving. Whereas Western astrology talks about, well, the moon is in Virgo, but it is already moving towards Libra, so it already is Libra. Do you know what I mean? If you ever wondered what the difference is, but I'm being brought to, I don't know, maybe you guys do like astrology, because why am I talking about this? Because for example, in Vedic astrology, you even have a birth chart once you get married. It's kind of like when you get married, there's certain like placements changing, or kind of like it changes your destiny. So therefore your birth chart also changes once you are in a marriage, because now your destiny is merged with your spouse's destiny. So now your placements are changing. So you actually are changing your zodiac sign. Or again, there's kind of like a birth chart for marriage when you get married. And in that, because you could be like, for example, you could be a Libra as an individual, but in your marriage you could still be a different zodiac sign. Okay, based upon how you react and how you merge with your future spouse, or with your future spouse's energy. I don't know if you guys are into Vedic astrology or something like that, because that's what I'm being brought to here, okay? For some odd reason. Okay. But yeah, look at that energy here, okay? I'm telling you, this is going to be you and your future spouse. You're both going to be like at a hotel, Okay. You see, this is gonna be you and them, okay? This is you and your future spouse. You're gonna be like somewhere really beautiful, okay? I even feel like they're going to kind of like surprise you with something on your vacation. I'm seeing a bouquet of flowers. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys like, I feel the breeze of an ocean. Yeah, you guys are gonna be in a hotel. Okay. There's something about your love story could even be starting with you both feeling like you need to escape the town. You need to escape people. You don't want to run into certain people. You don't want to cross paths with certain people. You're avoiding certain people and certain places even where you feel like, oh, I feel like I'm going to meet somebody there that I don't want to see, even ex-friends or like family members or whatever. Okay, I'm seeing a video. You guys are going to make a video together. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm seeing you guys like recording each other like on videos. Okay. Like you're smiling and you're walking. For some reason I'm seeing Italy, but it doesn't have to be Italy. Okay, I'm seeing you like walking and the wind is blowing and you have like a very flowy dress on. Okay. And he's recording you speaking. And I'm hearing, that's when I knew you were the one for me. It's like something about like when you guys are going to be on vacation, like they already know that they want you, but they will know like you're probably the person that I'm going to marry on vacation, because they're going to watch you. Again, I'm seeing you like your wind blowing or like your dress blowing in the wind. Okay. And they're recording you because I just saw the record, like I saw like a record. I saw like the word REC, like for recording, the initials. Okay. So yeah, I do feel like your connection is going to start with like a road trip or something about you both feeling like you want to escape everything and everybody, and like you just want to be elsewhere together though. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, we have Earth couple here. So for most of you guys, your future spouse could be again an earth sign, because I'm seeing you here like meeting a water sign, and I'm seeing you here meeting an earth sign. But again, take it with a grain of salt. Your future spouse could be like the earth sign and the other person could be a water sign, the person that is not meant for you. Okay. But again, take it with a grain of salt because it could be different for all of you guys. Yeah, I feel like they will be blindfolding you or kind of like put their hands on your eyes, okay, to surprise you with something here. Okay, there's something about you feeling like you need to escape people and you want to escape the world together, or you want to escape like some kind of like weird ass energy together. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Let's see. How would pile number one's connection with their true love and their future spouse begin? We have the Moon card here and the Ace of Cups. Your love story could be literally beginning on a new moon or a full moon, like a significant new moon or full moon, and you're never gonna forget it. Like the moon was in Libra, the moon was in Virgo when we met. Okay, which is crazy because I keep talking about placements, like the planets standing in this particular way. So maybe you are into astrology and maybe you have like a suspicion that you're going to meet your future spouse under a specific moon or with a specific transition. I feel like it's going to happen. For some of you guys, you literally know when you're going to meet your future spouse because you were analyzing like the planets standing in a certain zodiac sign. Doesn't matter if it's Vedic or Western. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here too. I also feel like your connection is going to begin at night or in the evening. The moon is going to be out. Okay, which is funny because pile number 2 felt like a sunset. Yours feels like at moonlight, by moonlight. I'm hearing, lady, hear me tonight, cause my feeling is just so right as we dance by the moonlight. Yeah, you're gonna meet by moonlight. I'm hearing, blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Okay. Maybe you're going to have a lot of like dates at like, I'm hearing at midnight. Why am I hearing midnight? In the evening, you know, taking walks by moonlight, looking at the stars together. Okay. And I'm hearing you're going to feel like you could listen to your future spouse for hours, the way that they talk, like they have such a, I feel like you're going to be super drawn to your future spouse's like vocabulary, the way that they speak and how passionate they are when they speak, you know, how they tell stories. You're going to feel like you could listen for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours. I want to give you your flowers and some pain. Some champagne showers, but it's you that gets devoured. Ooh, when you do, what you do. I don't know how that song goes. For some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy here. Maybe you had a surgery. I'm hearing a cosmetic surgery, but it doesn't have to be. But if you had a surgery or a cosmetic surgery, or if you're thinking about getting a cosmetic surgery, this is definitely your pal because I'm seeing it here. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you guys, pile number one, there could also be an energy where when you meet your true love and your future spouse, they are going to be in the middle of succeeding, or they're going to be in the middle of like achieving something big, and they're going to feel like the only person that they want to celebrate with is you. It's kind of like they're going to call you and tell you about that story. Oh yeah, I'm picking this energy up here. Yeah, I'm picking it up. Okay, they're going to feel like they just want to call you. They're so excited to tell you about this. Okay. They could even feel like you are the reason why they succeeded at something, because you were like helping them to get through the last couple of like weeks before they achieved something big, or before they manifested something big. That's what I'm picking up here too. Okay, kind of like I'm hearing, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, or like, man, the last couple of like weeks have been so hard for me, and then you came into my life, and then I had so much energy again, or like you believed in me. That's what I'm hearing. Or you could feel this way about your future spouse, where they're going to say something to you that makes you believe in yourself so much, so that you are going to achieve something huge, you're going to manifest something big, and you just want to call him and like say, hey, you know, let's grab a drink, let's celebrate, I'm hearing let's have a toast on the douchebags, let's have a toast on the assholes, let's have a toast on the scumbags. Okay, something about let's have a toast, let's grab a drink, grab a wine or something like that. I'm so excited. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. Oh, okay, let me see, because now I'm seeing images. I'm seeing you guys sitting on a park bench, or like a bench. I'm seeing you here like having a flower in your hair, or them like picking a flower for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, something is disturbing your... At least one day there's going to be crashed by somebody, pal number one. And again, I feel like your spirit guides want you to know, especially if you are the guy watching me, do not get insecure. Do not get insecure, okay? She does not want him. She wants you. But there could be like an interfering energy here going on, okay? Again, I don't want to talk too much about it because this reading is about you guys, you know. So I might talk about this on Patreon. We will see. Okay, let's see. One more card. How is your connection going to begin? Guys, for some of you guys, I'm even seeing a little note as well. Let's say, for example, you meet your future spouse at your workplace, and they're gonna leave you like a little note, like, hey, I couldn't take my eyes off of you. Here's my number. Oh my God, that's what I'm picking up here as well, because look at that. It looks like a contract, but it's also like a piece of paper. Oh my God, that's what I'm picking up here too. Okay. I'm even seeing them winking at you, kind of like this. This actually happened to me once at work, and there was a guy and he wanted to, you know, date me, and my boss was literally next to me as he came in to the store. And I don't know if he was asking me for my number, or if I said I don't know my number, like I don't know my number by heart. So he left me like a little note with his phone number. That's what I'm picking up here too. And you're gonna keep that little piece of paper. That's what I'm picking up here, like, oh my God, you know, maybe they're gonna write something so cute, or like on that little note. Like, it's the cutest thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about it's the cutest thing ever. The way that they approach you is like so unique and so cute and so like creative. Okay. They could even feel like when they saw you, they couldn't speak or they couldn't find the right words. So that's the reason why they will give you like a little piece of paper, you know, when you meet in person, you know, like when they see you for the first time in person. Okay. For others of you, this could be online and it's like a long text message. And it's the cutest thing you've ever seen. Like, that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, let me see. Let me get one more card. How would pen number one's connection with their true love, and if you just want to see a sweet dream? And you can see the moon here as well. I'm telling you, there's something about it's gonna happen by moonlight. Your connection is gonna start by moonlight, okay? Or your connection is gonna begin by moonlight. There could even be an energy where you're going to have a dream right before you meet him or her. So you will know that he's around or she's around because you're going to like have a dream of him or her. Yeah, they're going to treat you like a queen or like a king. I'm telling you, look at that energy here. There's something about you guys being in a... Oh, look at that. It's the Tower of Pisa, right? Or do you say the Tower of Pisa? I'm hearing the Eiffel Tower, the Tower of Pisa. I'm telling you, you're going to... Do you say the Tower of Pisa? Pisa? I don't know. Because I saw old architecture. I saw like... yeah, kind of like old architecture, like the Colosseum in Rome. So I don't know if you like architecture or they do. Okay. I feel like your spouse is very intelligent. And there's something about them talking about history and you're like, oh my God, keep talking. Okay. That's what I'm picking up here. With this tower energy here, yeah, it's like your connection is going to begin. I'm also seeing you guys being in a very tall building, which would make sense, or it would be like, if we think about a hotel, hotels are usually like tall buildings, right? That's what I'm picking up here too. Okay, let's see. How will pen number one's connection with the true love and their future spouse begin? See, look, another moon. Do you see the Eight of Cups here? I'm hearing a walk by moonlight. A walk by moonlight. Oh my God. See, I'm in such a... I see all kinds of different places because now I'm being brought to a vacation that I had in Greece. Because I'm now remembering the mountains and like, it was a blood moon. Do you say a blood moon? Like I literally took a picture of the blood moon in Greece. Like it was like super red moon and it was magical. Like it didn't even look real. Like, so there's also something about mountains. Maybe you're both really into hiking or mountains or like, Again, you're both, I feel like you're both into traveling. Okay. One more card here. And then we're going to go to the extended, okay? I would find another connection with the true love and never supposed to begin. There could also be something going on with a waterfall. Okay. Yeah, it says, I cannot believe that you really want me. Shocked, speechless. What's happening behind the scenes? So your future spouse is going to be shocked or speechless that you want him or her. I feel like you're both going to be super emotional. You're both going to make each other cry. Yeah, you're both going to make each other cry. And again, in my head, I'm traveling. I've been in multiple places already. Like in my head, I see visions of like different vacations that I had. Okay. You're both gonna make each other cry. You might even both wipe each other's tears away, and it could be happy tears or something like that. You might even ask him like, hey, what's going on? And he's like crying, or he has like the tears dropping down his cheeks, but he's literally crying because he's so happy. He's like, oh my God, like, you're everything that I ever wanted. Like, I wanted to be here with the love of my life, or like with this girl that I like, with this guy that I like, and like it's all happening, it's all in front of me. They're gonna cry. You're gonna make each other cry. That's how your connection is gonna start. You're gonna make each other cry. You're both gonna feel like, I'm so in love that I'm so in love, and I don't like it makes me cry, but it's kind of like happy tears, like, oh my God, I've never been so happy. So again, I see them like taking your tear away, or like gonna be like, hey, what's going on, pen number one? Did I do something wrong? And you're like, no, I'm just happy. That's what I'm picking up here, okay? And then you're gonna look at him like, are you crying? Yeah, see, that's like an energy where you're both gonna see each other in a moment where you're both very emotional and very vulnerable. Like, and I'm hearing they're gonna, did I not talk about this in a different reading where I said something about like they're gonna fall in love with you. They're gonna fall in love with your sad face, or they're gonna fall in love with like, yeah, something like that is what I'm picking up here, okay? If you do remember that I said that in a different reading. Yeah, there's something about you both hugging each other and you're both crying, okay? But it's kind of like relief or deep, deep contentment, deep, like, my soul is happy and like I feel so much that I need to cry. So I feel like what we're going to do, pen number one, is I'm going to tap into that in the extended. We're going to look at like the moment where you are going to cry and the moment they're going to cry, because there's something like that going on here, okay? You're both gonna make each other cry. Because now I'm seeing you wiping his tears away, or you're like looking at him like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. And you're like, are you crying? And then he's like, no, I'm not crying. Okay. And then you might give him a hug, and then a tear really drops down his cheeks. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. I don't know. Yeah, and that's also how you will know who your future spouse is, because they're gonna make you cry with their words, with their energy, the way that they like, the way that they hug you, the way that they call you when they're worried, the way that they call you just to say good night, okay? But part number one, I'm going to go to the extended now, okay? We're going to look at what is going to happen on your vacation, because you're going to go on vacation pretty like early on in your connection. And I might also look at like the moment where your future spouse is going to cry, because I feel like you're crying because they give you a compliment that is so beautiful that it's just like your heart is melting, your soul is like I'm seeing your soul opening up like a flower, but it's like his words are like water and they open up like your soul, like a flower, like so my God, stop. Okay. So So pie number one, I'm going to go to the extended now, and we're going to see what is going to happen on your honeymoon, on your vacation, okay? And we're also going to look at like how are you going to make your future spouse cry? Like, why are they going to cry? I don't know if they're going to cry because they're like mad or sad or whatever, or if they're going to cry because they're like happy. So we will see. But I feel like I pick up like happy tears. But again, we're going to talk about this on Patreon. We're also going to look at what is going to happen on your vacation. So if you're interested in that, the link is going to be down in the description box. If not, thank you for being here. Subscribe and like, comment on this reading, and I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely, lovely day. Bye. Hey, pie number two, welcome to your reading, guys. Okay, so this pick a card reading is going to be about your true love and your future spouse, and we're going to look at how your love story with them will begin, okay? I've done this reading before, but I feel like a lot of you guys are about to meet a special someone, okay, that is going to end up being your future spouse. So let's tap into the energy here, okay? This reading is going to have an extended, and in the extended we're just going to see the continuation. So I'm going to start right here on YouTube, and then we're going to continue kind of like where I leave you with a cliffhanger. And then we're just gonna see, okay, in the extended. The link is gonna be down in the description box for Patreon, okay, or like for the Patreon link. But let me see what is happening here. Pile number two. How will your love story with your true love and your future spouse begin? The first thing that I'm picking up here with you guys is I'm hearing super relaxing, soothing, like jazz music, or kind of like super calming, relaxing, like salsa music or something like that. Maybe you actually like that kind of music, kind of like music that really relaxes, or music that reminds you of like the beach, or kind of like a super relaxed day, you know, like you might really like to listen to stuff like that, okay? Like I'm being brought to songs that are being played in a cozy cafe, in a cozy jazz club or something like that, you know, with like red couches and brown couches, and the lights are dimmed, and you just smell like fresh brewed coffee, and then there's like this music, like this super relaxing music in the background. Okay, that's the vibe. Let me actually show you the card where I'm saying that, because if I look at this card right here, this is what this feels like to me. Like I see, or I feel such a cozy, relaxing energy, okay? So when you meet your true love and your future spouse, you could be in a very relaxed energy, kind of like, you know, when you feel when you just got a massage, like this super relaxed energy, or you're listening to super relaxing jazz music, salsa music, or something about like, you know, I don't even know how to describe that feeling. Okay. Again, this could also be kind of like music that reminds you of the beach, maybe like super slow Caribbean music, super slow like Spanish music, but it's kind of like it just reminds you of like a day at the beach, or it reminds you of like, you know, walking on a beach and the sun is setting, you know, that's the vibe that the music, I'm hearing music, okay? There's something about your love story is gonna begin with music, or like super relaxing music, or music that is very dreamy, very relaxing, very like, I don't know, okay? It takes you on a journey, that's what I'm hearing, okay? But when I look at this card right here, this is how your love story is going to begin. First of all, we have here a season, so it says fall season. Okay, so for some of you guys, pile number two, your love story with your true love and your future spouse could actually begin around fall season. Okay, beginning of fall, or beginning of autumn, middle of autumn, end of autumn, beginning of fall, middle of fall, end of fall, okay? Or maybe like the end of summer and beginning of fall, you know, for some of you guys, okay? Or maybe you have your birthday in fall season, or maybe your future spouse has their birthday in fall season. It doesn't even have to mean that your love story is going to begin in fall, but maybe it's really gonna bloom and flourish in fall. You could already meet them in summer, if that makes sense, okay? For some of you guys, I don't know if this is talking about this fall season or next fall season, okay? Because I've learned over the years that even though Spirit is talking about timing, they could talk about next year, they could talk about 2 years from now, they could talk about this fall season, so it's going to be different for all of you guys, okay? But that's the vibe that is coming through here, okay? And just imagine like super relaxing, cozy, like jazz music, or like, again, like super slow bachata, music or salsa music or like Caribbean music that just reminds you of like a day at the beach and like no worries, and you're just relaxing, you're just bathing in the sun, you know. Okay, so I could be tapping into them feeling like they want to take you to a place like that. Like there's this energy of like your love story is going to begin with a very relaxed energy, kind of like where you're going to feel like your future spouse relaxes you so much, their voice relaxes you, to the place that they take you to, like the date that they take you on, or maybe even their apartment. Everything about them is cozy, everything about them is like relaxing, everything about them is warm, okay, about your future spouse. So when they take you to a place, you're going to feel like, oh my god, it's such a relaxing place, and the couch is so cozy, you know. Your future spouse could be a person, they have a very relaxed lifestyle, or they take relaxing is very important to them, or kind of like having a lifestyle where you are like one with nature, where you're one with like everything, like enjoying everything around you, you know. That's your future spouse. They're very much a person where wherever they go, they bring a vibe. Your future spouse has a vibe to them. Their vibe is very warm, very like healing, very, I don't know, one with the universe, kind of like they have like a flow or like a rhythm, or again like their voice, very calm, very soothing. When they take you somewhere, or like your first dates are gonna be in a very cozy place. And I also pick up like your spirit guides are showing me visuals. So I'm seeing your love story beginning by sunset, just like this card right here, kind of like where you're looking at each other and it like the sun is setting. So this could be literally where you are going to meet your future spouse while the sun is setting. So you might be taking a walk, you might be with your friends, right? But the sun is setting, so like the scenery is just beautiful. Like it just, you're going to feel like you met them and it was the perfect day, but not just because you met them, but also like the sun was like it was the perfect temperature, or this coffee shop that you went to with your girls was amazing. Because I'm also picking up the energy of like a restaurant close to a body of water. This could be a lake, this could be an ocean, this could be a little pond where this coffee shop or this restaurant or wherever you are at. Or again, I could also be tapping into your first couple of dates where you're going to love this place so much that you're going to meet there more than once. Okay, because you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm in love with this place. Like they're going to take you somewhere and you're going to feel like, oh my god, I'm in love with this place, and like, oh god, I feel so relaxed, I feel so like I'm forgetting all of my worries, I'm forgetting all of my problems when I'm with you, and when I'm in this place. Okay, that's the vibe that is coming through here. But I'm also hearing something about like a sunset, because look at the cards that came out. Okay, for some of you guys, there's also going to be candles. Okay, but if you look at this, look at these three cards. Do you see how there's like a very intense light? Okay, for some of you guys, you're going to see a glow around you if you just spouse when you first meet him. There's going to be a glow around him. You're going to see his aura, or that's how they're going to feel about you, where they're going to feel like they can see your aura, kind of like where when they see you for the first time, they feel like there was like a glow around you. You could have been my pile in the last pick a card reading. You know what the funny thing is? Today is like the worst weather ever where I live. It's super gray and dark, and you know, you would think I'm filming or I'm recording this in the evening, right? Because of like how dark it looks, but it's actually 1 p.m. but it's so dark because, you know, like it's gloomy and rainy and windy and stuff like that. But yeah, but you know what the funny thing is though? I feel like it makes the setting a lot more cozy, because if there's more light, then everything in the background also looks a little bit more like the colors are not that intense, right? Like my lights, you know. But anyway, look at these three cards. Do you see what I mean? We have like a super intense orange light here. We have a super intense orange light here. And here with the candle, we have right here, you can also see like a super intense like candle, right? Like a candlelight. Okay. So there's this energy of like, I feel like if your spouse is gonna feel like they saw a glow around you when they first saw you. Maybe they're even going to see you and you're literally like the sun is literally behind you, and they're gonna feel like that was the most magical moment ever. Like you were like, I'm hearing I just saw you there, and like the sun was setting behind you and you looked like a freaking goddess. This was like it. I don't know, it looked so magical when I saw you for the first time. You might even have a lot of pictures of you by a beach or with a sunset or something like that, okay? And they're going to feel like this was the most magical picture ever, or they're going to feel like they felt so dreamy when they saw you, kind of like, oh my god, this was like perfect. It looked like from a movie. It looked like you looked like a mermaid, is what I'm hearing, or you looked like a fairy, you looked like a princess, you know, because the sun was like setting behind you. Or that's how they're going to feel like, especially on your first dates, because there's at least going to be one date that you have where the weather is perfect. Like, I don't know, I'm hearing everything is perfect. Like the coffee shop is perfect, the music is perfect, the candle on the table is perfect. You might be a perfectionist yourself, where you pay attention to details, or that's your future spouse. They pay attention to details. Like they're going to feel like, no, we have to light a candle in the middle of the table, and we have to go to this restaurant because that restaurant is way too busy. I want to go to this restaurant with pal number 2 because it's a lot more cozy when we can talk and it's close to a body of water, and then we can take a walk, and you know, the sun is going to be setting, and then I'm going to take her on a walk or something like that. Even if you are a guy, they're still going to feel the same way about you. They're going to feel like you know, the sun was like behind you, and it almost felt like a sign, kind of like there was like a glow around you, there was a light around you when they saw you, kind of like almost as if like you were sent from heaven, or like there was a sign when they saw you. Do you know what I mean? Especially if she's female and she's like probably spiritual. She's probably going to be spiritual. She's going to feel like there was a sign around you, or there was like a bird was flying above your head or something like that, because we also have the bird here flying. Again, don't mind the noises in the background. It's like the weather is the worst today, okay? I actually like gloomy, rainy weather. But yeah, it's a little too much for me today, and I have to go out anyway, like after I'm done with your reading. But yeah, we have a bird flying here, so there could even be an energy of like them seeing a bird flying above you and the sun is behind you, and it's just like, oh my god, it looks like freaking perfect. Like it looks like picture perfect, like paradise. Like when they see you, they're going to feel like, oh my god, like when I saw you, it felt like I was feeling paradise, or like I saw paradise, or I saw my happy ending. You guys know when movies show a happy ending where people walk into the sun or walking into the sunset? That's what I'm picking up here very, very strongly, okay? For some of you, for some reason, I'm also picking up South African energy. I don't know why. I'm hearing South African, I'm hearing New Zealand, okay? Especially with this card right here, because this one says, yes, this is your soulmate. So to me, this almost feels like a confirmation, kind of like, yes, this is your soulmate, you know? That's what I'm picking up here. So you're going to feel like you immediately saw a sign around them, kind of like something about a light, something about a candle, or something about a bird. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. Or you're going to feel like their aura is like, I don't know, their aura feels like a sunset. Maybe their aura is like yellow, orange, red, or something like that, okay? So smelling scented candles, I'm telling you, they're gonna make sure that everything is perfect, pal number 2, your future spouse. Or again, it's just gonna happen. Maybe they don't even plan all of that, but it's gonna be like just freaking perfect, okay? Yeah, it says being mindful. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to feel like every time you are with your future spouse, you think about nothing. You're just in the present moment. You forget time, you forget the past, you don't think about the future. You're just there in this very moment. I'm actually listening to a song right now that I'm super in love with, and it's kind of jazz music-esque, and that's exactly the feeling that I'm getting right now. I'm gonna put the song down in the description box so that you can like imagine. You might even want to listen to it while you're listening to the reading, okay? Like the song is called A Deeper Life, okay? Yeah, and I'm hearing like trumpets, you know, and I'm hearing birds chirping. I'm hearing the waves of the ocean. But overall, your connection is gonna start off very relaxed, or very like in a very relaxed energy, or in a very cozy, warm energy. Literally, your love story is gonna begin with the sunset, or by sunset. Okay, or like on the sunniest day in autumn, on the sunniest day in summer, even on the sunniest day in winter. It doesn't matter, like the sunniest day, or maybe the sun is gonna be super like red, you know, like sometimes the sun is like, you can literally, I'm hearing you are going to be in the perfect place to see the sun setting. Okay, or you're going to be in the perfect place to, like, I don't know, soak up the sun. Because now I'm also being brought to a red sun, which I only saw once in my life. I was actually taking a walk with my gay best friend, and we were sitting in front of a church, I think, and the sun came out and it was like bright red, and it felt magical, you know, like, yeah, it's gonna feel like the weather, I'm hearing you're going to feel like the weather is magical, or the weather is like picture perfect for a first date, a first kiss, the perfect weather to fall in love, you know. Is what I'm picking up here. Okay, because I pick up like your surroundings a lot, which I didn't pick up in pile number 3, but with you guys I pick it up very, very strongly. I'm hearing, do you like sushi? Okay, or do you like Chinese food? Do you like Korean barbecue? Do you like Asian food? Okay, they're going to ask you that question, like if you like that, because they want to take you out on a date to eat, on a restaurant. Okay, if I look at this card right here, this reminds me of like sushi, or like Asian restaurant, or like Asian culture, or like Asian food. Okay. For some of you guys, pile number 2, you might feel right now, how am I ever going to meet my true love and my future spouse? Because most of the time I'm in isolation. Most of the time I just, or right now in this very moment, I don't have the money to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't have the money to travel, or I don't, like, I'm picking up the energy here where you're a little bit worried about whether or not you will meet your true love and your future spouse, because you could be going through health issues right now, you could be in isolation right now, you could feel like you don't go out that much. Maybe you do go out here and there, but you're going to feel like you might feel like, I have to go out every weekend in order to meet my man or to meet my woman, because like I cannot just go out once a month and then expect to meet him on that one day. That's the vibe that is coming through here as well. For some of you guys, your birthday could be in fall season. Okay, not for everybody. I'm also picking up here, if it's not your birthday, and if we talk about your future spouse's birthday, because it could also be that your future spouse's birthday could be in fall season, okay, or in autumn season. But I feel like your connection is definitely going to begin with somebody's birthday. It could be your birthday, or it could be their birthday. Okay, so something about the beginning of a connection is going to involve a birthday. Okay, so it's either going to be your birthday or their birthday is what I'm picking up here. If you tell me my birthday is not in fall, or late summer or something like that, then this could be them. Okay. They could even feel like you are their birthday gift. Kind of like where they feel like they met you a couple of days before their birthday, and it's like it feels like a gift from the universe that they met you right before their birthday, like you're their biggest gift, you know. They're going to feel like they don't wish for anything else, because like their wish was granted when you came into their life. Kind of like where you are the gift that they wanted for their birthday. Okay, but yeah, picking up this energy of like, again, you might be asking me, Cynthia, how am I going to meet my true love and my future spouse? Because like how is it going to happen? Because I'm home most of the time, or again, I'm going through a period of isolation right now. Maybe you lost a couple of friends, so you're not out that much, or not out that often. Maybe you're going through financial struggle right now, which means you have to be very stingy about like going out, or maybe you have health issues right now. But the funny thing is, you are going to meet your true love and your future spouse in isolation. So I feel like for most of you guys, you are going to be by yourself. Like when they see you for the first time, or when they maybe approach you for the first time, I feel like you will be alone, or you will meet your true love and your future spouse in a period of isolation. So you don't have to worry about like, oh my God, I'm not going out that much, or I'm an introvert right now, or I don't know, I cannot go out that often. You're still going to meet them. You're actually going to meet them in your isolation period or in your isolation phase. Okay, could even be, even if it's not like a long period or a long phase, it could be just 2 weeks where you don't go out because you don't feel good, or a month where you don't go out because you don't feel good. It doesn't have to be like a long period of isolation. Okay, for some of you guys it could be. Okay, I'm also seeing, yeah, for some of you guys I'm also seeing your future spouse could also have a brown aura. Okay, there's something very grounding about them. You're going to feel like they ground you like crazy. Like, for example, maybe you have anxiety, or maybe you are worrying about something, but once you are in their energy, you're like cool, calm, and collected. You're like this. Oh my God, do you hear the thunder? God damn. Okay. The reason why I say that is because it says, I'm stubborn but willing to change, and you can see, like, of course they're like brown people, but they also blend in with the background. Do you see that? Okay. With this card right here, I pick up a strong energy where, or they might take you to a place that feels like super, like I'm seeing plants, I'm seeing the color beige and brown, and it's like super earthy. It's like an earthy energy. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, so I feel like your connection is going to begin very grounded, like you're both going to be relaxed, or one person's relaxing the other person, and you're both going to feel like, I don't worry about nothing. I'm just here in this moment. I'm watching the birds. I'm enjoying the sunset. I'm enjoying the jazz music in the background. I'm enjoying this beautiful man in front of me. I'm enjoying this beautiful woman in front of me. I'm enjoying the food. Okay. But again, they could also have a very soothing voice, or like I'm even hearing like their skin. You're going to really like your future spouse's skin, because I'm seeing you like doing this. Okay, like stroking their face. Okay, let's see. So yeah, if you're worried about being isolated, you are going to probably, most of you guys are going to meet them in isolation. Again, this could be literally 1 week of isolation. Even if you tell me something, I don't isolate myself, like I'm out and about, this could be just 1 or 2 weeks where shit hits the fan and you feel like you want to isolate yourself, or you don't want to go out, or you're having a bad week or whatever. Okay. Yeah, there's something about slow, like a slow love story, or like a slow beginning. Yeah, kind of like a slow beginning. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And I also feel like this card right here, I'm gonna be honest, this is my card of someone being very stubborn, but they feel like they want to change because of love. You guys know that cliche storyline where a woman falls in love with a man, or a man falls in love with a woman. Okay, and they feel like this person is perfect, but there's something about them that is the reason why the relationship doesn't work. You know, kind of like where I feel like we all have been there before, right? You feel like, oh my God, I'm in love with this man, but something needs to change in order for us to have a happily ever after. Like he needs to change something about himself. He needs to change his lifestyle, or kind of like the wish that a man is going to change for you because he loves you. You know, that cliche storyline, you know, most of the time that don't work, right? 80% of the time women wait for a man to change and it never happens, right? But then there's like this 20% where this actually really happens, where people sometimes do change because they fall deeply in love with a person, where love really transforms them into becoming a better man or into becoming a better woman. This does occasionally happen, or it doesn't happen often, but it's going to happen for you guys. Okay, so there's a strong energy here where I feel like your true love and your future spouse is usually a how can I explain that energy? You're going to meet him or her and you're going to feel like they're perfect for you, but there's something about them that you don't know if you can see yourself being in a relationship with him or her because of whatever that is. And I pick up this energy of like they're gonna have undying love for you to the point where they feel like, I want to let go of my ego, I want to let go of my pride, I want to let go of like this lifestyle, you know, because I met the woman of my dreams, I met the man of my dreams, you know, and maybe it's time for me to change. Maybe it's time for me to become a changed man, okay, or to become a changed woman, okay. Like for example, I'm being brought to I don't know. Do you know what I'm actually honestly being brought to? I'm being brought to a person who says like, smoking is a no-go for me, and then the other person stops smoking. So if you're supposed to be the kind of person that they would stop smoking, they would stop something for you. If you're supposed to stop something because they want to be with you. Okay, yeah, I feel like you are going to have a conversation very early on where you might talk about a deal breaker, or you talk about something that doesn't vibe with you, something that you don't like, something that you don't want. It's gonna make them think. They're gonna be thinking like, you know, usually I tell people I am who I am, take it or leave it, but pile number 2 has a point, or I feel like I want to change. Like for the first time I actually feel like I want to change. I don't feel the pressure of pile number 2, kind of like where they're going to feel like you accept them for who they are, but at the same time you also make them aware of like how they can be better and do better. You know, you're very honest. I'm hearing no one has ever been this honest to me or that honest with me, but in a way where it doesn't hurt me or it doesn't like scratch my ego. It's like in a very kind, sweet, still honest and blunt way. Okay, let's see. What is that energy about? I'm stubborn but willing to change. We have the 10 of Swords here. God damn. Your future spouse could be a person where they sometimes isolate themselves too. So if you tell me I sometimes isolate myself from people because I'm overstimulated or it's too much for me, they do the same thing. But they're going to feel like this is not gonna work, like this is not gonna work when they are in a relationship with you, to just like isolate themselves. For others of you, let me see what that is about. I want to know what this, they're going to change for you. So this is kind of like the energy of your love story is going to begin with a man or a woman that falls in love with you so deeply that they are sitting on the side of their bed, or that they're like sitting with their friends in a restaurant and they're contemplating like, no, I want to change. Like I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to make this work with pile number 2. Okay, let's see. I don't know what it is that you're not gonna like about them, or something that, again, this could be as simple as they smoke. Okay, I don't know. This might not even be an energy where you're telling them that you want them to change, but let's say for example you're vegetarian, okay? Just an example, and there's nothing wrong. We all have different ways of eating. I personally, I believe maybe everybody, I feel like we are kind of similar to the animal world, where we have animals that eat meat, and we have animals that eat fish, and we have animals that eat only vegetables and fruits. So no judgment over here, like on my channel, okay? But I'm also being brought to like, let's say for example, you are vegetarian and you talk about being vegetarian, how it has been good for your gut health or something like that. And maybe in your mind, you always told yourself, my man has to be vegetarian, okay? Then you meet him and he's not a vegetarian. Hear me out. And you're going to be like, you know what? You have to take people as they are. but they're going to think about how they want to become vegetarian because they already have been feeling like their diet is not healthy for them or their diet doesn't work for them. So they're going to very naturally feel like they want to change and become vegetarian too. Does that make sense? So you might meet them and there's something where you're like, no, I don't want to date a person like this, or I told myself I'm going to date somebody that doesn't smoke, but they're going to stop smoking because of you, or they're going to stop like eating, they're going to become vegetarian. Okay, because maybe their path really is to become a vegetarian. Maybe the vegetarian diet really is good for their body, and they might even notice the more you cook for them, or on days when they are with you and they eat vegetarian, they feel a lot better than when they eat meat. Again, no judgment over here. For some people, eating meat works for them. Other people, they need to eat vegetarian. Other people are vegan. Who gives a shit? Other people are pescatarian. Who gives a fuck? I don't. Okay. Let me see what that energy is about. What is that? Yeah. I'm hearing if you want an angel, you have to create heaven. How can I explain that energy? Because with the Temperance card, to me, this almost feels like they're going to feel like they want to create heaven on earth for you, but it has something to do with they have to change in order to make this happen. So they might have some type of like toxic trait that they are aware of. Your future spouse is very aware of something toxic that they do, or they will be very aware of something toxic that they do. I really don't know what that is, which actually brings me to one of you guys were commenting that you want me to do a reading about like the first big fight, which sounds good to me. Like it sounds super interesting to me, but I'm also thinking about like doing a reading where kind of like a big challenge that you will have in your love story, or like a big challenge that you will have in your love life that you will have to kind of like overcome or work on, you know. My room is so dark, as if it is like freaking 8 p.m. in the evening. Oh my gosh, let's see. Can you clarify I'm stubborn but willing to change? I want to know. It says someone would try to make you do something. Okay, for some of you guys, this could be a person. Your future spouse could be a person where, for others of you, again, I feel like you're not even going to tell your future spouse, hey, I want you to change. You're going to feel like, okay, accept him for who he is. Like, I don't like it, you know? And I talk about how I don't like it, but I'm not gonna change him just because there's something that I don't like about him, because we're all not perfect. But they're going to feel like, oh my god, I love pan number 2 so much, I love my baby so much that I do want to change. Like, I don't even feel the pressure to change. I want to do it like my soul is telling me to do so. For some of you guys, if your spouse could have like a lifestyle where they party a lot, okay, and they're going to feel like they no longer want to do this, or it's kind of like where they're going to feel like they want to start a lifestyle that is a lot more calm, or a lot more structure and order. Maybe your future spouse travels a lot, maybe they're like out every weekend, you know, but they're going to feel like they want to become a little bit more like grounded, or a little bit more like settling down. Yeah, they're going to feel like they want to settle down with you, or they want to have a lifestyle that makes you want to settle down with them. And they could feel like they need to make certain changes, you know. Maybe they're going to feel like they don't want to spend time with a certain man, or with a certain like friend that they know is always out partying, always looking at booties, always wanting to drink, you know. Maybe they don't want to smoke anymore. They want to have a clear mind. They don't want to smoke the green anymore. They want to have a clear mind, you know, when they are with you. Or they want to maybe even save money, you know, or they want to, something like that. Let's see, can you clarify I'm stubborn but willing to change? What is that about? Wow, we have relocation and long distance travel. Yeah, I'm telling you, for some of you guys, your future spouse, they travel a lot, or maybe they're like always somewhere. Like if your spouse could have like a lifestyle where they're always somewhere, like they're always like out and about, like boom 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 everywhere. Like they are in 3, 4, 5 different places on one day. They're spending time with 5 different people on one day, you know, 5 different friends. They work on stuff all the time. They're going to feel like they want to slow down. They feel like it's time to slow down. or they're going to feel like it's time to slow down. Just a little, you know, because it's still their personality, right? But they're going to feel like they just want to slow down just a little, you know. Let's see. Can you clarify I'm stubborn but willing to change? Wow. Didn't I tell you something about grounding energy, settling down, being a little bit more slow? We have origin here. And you can see he's planting flowers, or he's planting like a seed. Do you see that? Maybe if your spouse likes gardening, or if you do garden, or if you like gardening, they're going to be so attracted to that energy. They're going to, oh my God. They're going to be so attracted to that. That you have like a green thumb, or that you make plants grow, that you make flowers grow. Okay. Okay, for some of you guys, I'm hearing your spouse didn't want to have children. Okay, and you might talk about how you want to have children. And they're going to be like, I never wanted to have children, but when I look at pile number 2, I feel like something is changing in my mind or in my soul. It could even be the other way around. Maybe the energy of like, I don't know if I want to have children or not. And when you say you don't want to have children, they're thinking about like, do I want to have children? And then they're going to realize they would rather have like a life where you travel all the time instead of having children. Do you know what I mean? Maybe like they were stubborn about, listen, but this is very like, I feel like this is a touchy subject. But what I'm picking up is, if this is a man who decides he doesn't want to have children, or a woman who decides she doesn't want to have children, to me this almost feels like, let's say for example you're very honest about it, because I feel like it's still a taboo topic to talk about how you don't want to have children, which I don't understand, because I think it's very responsible of someone to say, hey, I don't want to have children, because what if you do have children and you don't want them, and then you treat them like shit? Then I respect people who say, hey, I don't want to have children, and I want to just live my life the way it is, or I want to take care of pets, I want to take care of plants, I want to take care of like my friends. Like, there's no shame whatsoever, no judgment on my channel, okay? But I'm being brought to like, I'm picking up this energy of like, maybe they felt like, and I'm tapping into something specific here, but I feel like maybe someone needs to hear this. Maybe your future spouse felt the pressure to have children, but not because he wanted to, but because it's tradition, because like that's what his family wants. And then, oh my God, did you just see that? Like there was lightning. Oh my, I'm telling you, the weather is crazy. Anyway, so when he meets you and you're like very honest about it, like, hey, I don't want to have children, I just wanted to let you know, like if you want to have children, I might not be the one for you. And he's going to be like thinking about this. I see him contemplating, or I see her contemplating, like you know, sitting again in a coffee shop, maybe by themselves, you know, working on their laptop, and like with their friends, and then they drift off and think about you. And then think about like, I never really felt the need to have children. The only reason why I told myself I need to have children is because of my family. But if we talk about my deepest desire was to be free and to travel with the love of my life. That's what I really want to do. But the last couple of years, I was like, this was like always in the back of my mind. Okay, I'm going to have children because that's what my family wants. So when you say it to him or her, they're going to first of all feel like you are freeing them from like some type of pressure, society's pressure, or like from some type of pressure. Okay, and they're going to feel like, yeah, I also don't want to have children, you know. So they're going to realize like their life is going to look different, but it's going to look like they always wanted it to look, because I feel like there's like a desire that they have, but it's not theirs. It's like pressure, or it's like they feel like they need to do this or they must do this, but it has nothing to do with what their soul wants, and you're going to make them aware of that. Do you know what I mean? Again, it could also be the other way around. Maybe they told themselves, I'm getting a, do you say vasectomy? I'm going to get my DICK fixed. I don't want to have no children. And then they meet you and everything changes. That's what I'm hearing. One more. What is this? I'm stubborn but willing to change. Yeah, for some of you guys, if you just buzz is a pride motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest, okay? So self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. Yeah, they're gonna lay their ego down. They're gonna lay their pride and ego down. I don't know what that means, okay? I don't really know what that means. Let me see. I don't know what that means. Yeah, it says the changes you're going through right now bring you to your future spouse. They're going to feel like in order to have you, they have to go on a journey. They have to go through changes. And they want to. They will. Can you clear if I'm stubborn but willing to change? What is that stubborn energy about? Okay, I am going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be very honest and blunt here, okay? Let me get one more card. Listen, I'm going to be honest. Your future spouse thought that he or she is not meant for a relationship, or they're not meant for marriage. I'm being brought to a video that I saw of a guy where he talked about when he was younger, he could never imagine himself being in a relationship, or being in a long-term relationship, or marrying someone, because again, it's like the male brain, okay? Listen to me. So he talked about how when he was younger, he was thinking to himself, like, why would you want to get married and just have sex with one woman for the rest of your life, or just have sex with one man for the rest of your life? But he was a man, you know, talking about this. And then he talked about how when he met his wife, all of his desire to be sexually active or intimate with other women or other men was just fading away. But his mindset only changed when he met her. So he didn't have that mindset change while he was on his own. He met her, and then he felt like, I don't even have no desire. And he talked about how he has been married for like, I don't know, 13 years or whatever. And he said, I never in my marriage had the desire to be with another woman. And then he talked about how something about where kind of like monogamous energy comes very natural when you are with the right person, or something about like finding your way with God, and how it's a trap to think, oh, it's cool to have sex with multiple women, or it's cool to have like multiple sex partners, how it's like how it's a trap, how it doesn't even make you happy, how it actually deprives you of feeling real intimacy, feeling true intimacy, you know. I feel like that's what your future spouse is going to go through. So I'm going to be honest, when you meet your true love and your future spouse, they might feel like, oh, you know, like they just want to have fun, they're just out there, they're just meeting people, and they don't know if they want to get married, they don't know if they want to have children, you know. They might feel like maybe I'm not meant for all of this, because I have never met a man or a woman in my life that made me feel this way, until you come in the picture. Until you come in the picture. They're going to feel like you satisfy them so much, and they never felt such a deep satisfaction with any other woman, with any other man, or even kind of like you even satisfy them without touching their DICK, and they're going to be like mind blown, because usually they get the satisfaction of like physical intimacy, but they're not going to be physically intimate with you in the beginning, or like, you know, like not immediately, right? And they're going to feel like you already satisfy them, like you satisfy all of their needs, like all of their needs are met with you. But there's going to be an awakening here, okay? So they always thought they're not going to get married, or they're not gonna have children. Maybe they even thought they cannot be monogamous, okay, until they meet you, okay. They're going to feel like their body doesn't want to be around anybody but you. Interesting. Let me get one more card. Yeah, so they're going to feel like, I want nobody around me but pile number 2. Don't touch me. But before that, they enjoyed the little touchy, kind of like where a girl's like flirting with them and the girl is touching him on his shoulder like, haha, you're so funny. He's like, don't touch me. When he meets you, or when she meets you, she doesn't want to flirt around anymore. She doesn't want to flirt around. Like, flirting is not fun to her anymore. Maybe she was the kind of person she liked flirting, or he liked flirting just for fun, you know. Doesn't even have to be that they were intimate with other people, but they just liked flirting. They like to play around. They like to flirt a little. Maybe they like to post thirst traps. Okay, they don't want to do that no more. I don't want to do that no more. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm hearing blocked. Okay. For others of you, there's this energy of like, when you meet your future spouse, they're going to show you like the good life. Okay. They're going to show you the good life. They're going to show you their chocolate side. They're going to show you the bright side of life. Okay. They're going to show you like, you can have a good life with me. You can have fun with me, you know. Like, it's the most fun when you're with me. Okay. But there could be an energy where they sometimes don't allow people to see like their tears or their sadness or their fear. Like, they don't talk about stuff like that. And they're going to feel like they have to talk to you about this to make this connection work. They cannot just like live the high life and be happy all the time and not talk to you about their insecurities and their fear and stuff like that. But that would mean that they let go of their ego, right? Because your ego doesn't want to admit to fears. Your ego doesn't want to admit to insecurities. Okay. It's like they don't want you to see them when they're weak. And that could be the reason why they want to isolate. Like, they want to isolate when they don't feel good, when they feel weak. But they cannot do this because how's this connection going to work if they do that all the time or like regularly, you know? So there's this energy of like, when you meet your future spouse, there could be an energy of like them always smiling, always being happy, always being bubbly, and you never see them in a bad mood. But there could also be an underlying fear of like, what if I show this person my sadness? What if I show this person my insecurities? What if I show this person like what I'm fearful of and they don't enjoy the vibe anymore, or they don't enjoy being around me because I'm not fun to be around? You know, they're going to be like, what if I'm not fun to be around and pile number 2 walks away from me because I have a bad day, because I don't feel good, because I'm not smiling, or I'm not doing great, or I'm not like super confident, you know? Like, what if pile number 2 sees me on a day where I don't feel confident? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, they're going to feel like I'm scared to like show myself on a bad day. Okay, but I have to, and I want to. Okay, so they will show themselves to you in a very vulnerable energy. But again, they're going to shit their pants because they're going to feel like, what if you don't see them as a man anymore when they cry? Or like, what if you don't see them as confident anymore when they talk about an insecurity that they have, you know? Let's see. How's your connection going to begin? You could have a lot of intimate moments in a car, on a car ride, okay, or like driving on a highway and the sun is out and you're listening to good music. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here too. This card here also talks about, there goes my baby, they talk about you. So especially in the beginning of your connection, your future spouse is going to feel like they want to tell their friends about you. You know, they want to like, let me see what they're gonna, or are we going to look at this on Patreon? I feel like okay, we're going to look at this on Patreon, what they're going to tell their friends about you. I feel like I want to do a separate video or reading on that, but we're going to tap into it a little bit on Patreon, okay? Let me get one last card here. how is your connection going to? We have the same destiny. Yeah, there's something about water. Your connection could also start with a boat ride, or you both being like in the bikini, like you in a bikini, or them like staring at a picture of you in the bikini and like fantasizing. Okay, let's see. Let's get one more card here. How's pair number 2's connection with their true life and life is going to begin? We have the fans, the world card. Yeah, pick up like a super tropical energy here. Okay, so this could even be like a tropical cocktail, or like even a tropical scent. I don't know, maybe they smell like coconut milk or whatever. Okay, because I'm picking up like, I'm smelling pineapple, I'm smelling coconut, I'm smelling pina colada, I think. Okay, let's get one last card here. Again, we're going to go to the extended in a second. We have romantic date. I told you, it says moonlight, roses, romantic music. There's something about there's going to be romantic music. Your connection is going to begin with a romantic song or romantic music, or even like a song that you, when you hear that song later, like a couple of years later, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that song played when we met for the first time at that restaurant. You know, it's going to start with a song. Your connection is going to start with a song. Your connection is going to start with a melody. Hearing a melody. You know how movies are a lot more pleasurable to watch because they put music in the background? That's how it's going to feel. I don't know. Okay, there's something about a romantic song, a romantic melody. Okay. This could even be a movie that is going to be significant. Maybe you're going to feel like you are in a movie. Maybe you're going to watch a movie, and then right after you meet your future spouse, and whatever happened in the movie will also happen like when you meet him or her, and you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm literally living the scene of a movie. Like, this is the scene of a movie. I'm hearing like, watching my life is like you're watching a movie. Okay. Or you could be literally watching a movie and you're going to talk about this later, like, do you remember when we first met and we watched that movie, you know, our first date, and we watched that movie or whatever. You might even watch like a romantic movie together, or like a, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Interesting. Your connection could also start off in a hotel, so maybe this is happening while traveling. For some of you guys, your connection could literally start in a hotel room. Like, hey, do you want to come over to my hotel room? And then you go on the balcony, and again, the sun is setting. That could also be the reason why there's ocean energy and sunset energy and pina colada or whatever. Okay, with this card right here. I feel like on one of your first dates, you could also take a nap together because you're both like super freaking tired, but you wanted to see each other anyway. Okay, for others of you, I'm also seeing your spirit guides are showing me a lot of pictures, you know, like, but they're also showing me them driving you home in a car, and you're like, you fell asleep because the music was like super relaxed, and you feel safe in his energy, or in her energy, and you just fall asleep, and then they look to you like, and you're like falling asleep, and they think you're cute. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here too. For some of you guys, there could also be an energy here of maybe your future spouse is wealthy, or they want to become wealthy, or you are going to become a wealthy couple together in the future. You know, for some of you guys, not for all of you. If you don't vibe with it, then don't take it. So in the beginning, you might feel like they are buying you a lot of stuff, or they are like providing for you, or they're showing you, I'm hearing peekaboo, you funny dog, peekaboo can hide behind your money, dog. Okay. That could even be the something that you don't like about them, that they sometimes brag and flex their wealth or their money. But at the same time, you're also going to know it's just an act, like it's not the real them when they do that. You know, they might do that when they're nervous, or they might do that on days when they don't feel good. They feel like they have to overcompensate with like money, or like with like showing their status and showing like what they got and stuff like that. And you're gonna be like, hey, you don't need to do all of that. First of all, I don't even like all of that. Like, you don't need to do all of that. Okay, and I feel like then they're gonna drop this act, like it's gonna like drop, you know, like they're gonna drop that act. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay. Pile number 2, I'm also hearing the song Pink and White, because I was asking your spirit guides again, what is this energy? Kind of like, I'm stubborn but willing to change, you know. And I started to hear the song Pink and White by Frank Ocean, where he says, that's the way every day goes, every day, every time we have no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow. And then he says, it's the same way you showed me. And it's the same way, just the same way you showed me love. Okay, that's how your future spouse will feel about you. Something about like, I'm picking up the energy here, pile number 2. This stubborn but willing to change. They could just be a stubborn person in general, okay? They could be stubborn about small things that are like so small, but they could be like very stubborn about like, I'm not going to change for nobody, is what I'm picking up here, okay? But there's also this energy of like, yeah, they're going to feel like you showed them something, or you showed them love, or you showed them that they are not in control of everything, or they cannot be in control of everything. Sometimes they have to surrender to the universe, or sometimes they have to surrender to like love, or like I don't even know how to explain that energy, because I was looking at the lyrics and what the lyrics means. The song Pink and White by Frank Ocean, and the song is about like not being able to control everything. Like there's certain things you can control, but you cannot control the color of the sky or the color of the ground, right? Okay, so there could be an energy where your future spouse, okay, for some of you guys, maybe your future spouse didn't believe in something like destiny or something being predestined or something like that, but you're going to change their mind that destiny is real, like you are destiny embodied, or like I'm hearing, are you my soulmate? Because if so, girl, you're a blessing. Or I'm hearing, got a date with destiny, she's more than a girl. That's how your future spouse will feel about you. Got a date with destiny, she's more than a girl. But maybe they didn't believe in destiny. Maybe they believed that they can control everything. Like, you know how, I don't even know how to explain that energy. It's almost as if like there was a spark in your future spouse's soul that believed in things being meant. God guiding you to the right man or to the right woman. But then there was also a part of them that felt like there's no such thing as God that is controlling everything, or there's no such thing as the universe being in control of your destiny. I'm in control of my destiny. Like I choose what happens and what doesn't happen. Do you see where I'm coming from? And I almost want to say, yeah, they could be like, you could make them feel like, wow, so destiny is real, fated meetings are real, like the universe is real and alive, and the universe is speaking. And but I feel like they partially believed in it, but they also partially didn't believe in it. They felt like they can control events, or like there's no higher power that is controlling things. See, that's what I'm saying. And then you come into their life and they feel like you're heaven sent, but maybe they didn't believe in heaven. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe they didn't believe in like, or not entirely. Maybe they believed in it a little bit, but then you come in and they feel like, yeah, destiny is real, or the universe is listening to me, or like, yeah, that's what I'm picking up here, okay? Because I'm hearing that song. Your future spouse is also going to change their perception of what success is. Like, I feel like they're going to change. Yeah, maybe they could feel like success is like making it, or like making it big. But then when they meet you, they realize like they've never been so fulfilled, because they always told themselves, like they had a lot of pride in saying, my happiness doesn't lie in a relationship, which is beautiful, right? But they went a little bit overboard with it, kind of like, I don't need nobody, or do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need nobody, or like, love is underrated, love is overrated, marriage is overrated. You know, do you see where I'm coming from? It's not like, okay, I'm independent. They were like hyper independent. Yeah, for some of you guys, if you're just spouse is going to come out of a hyper independent energy. Okay, like being too independent, or being too like, yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. Okay, it's almost as if they're going to surrender to you being a teacher, or they're going to surrender to you having a lot of wisdom, like the wisdom of a woman, or the wisdom of a man, or the wisdom of somebody that is spiritual, the wisdom of somebody that is one with nature. Whereas before, they only relied on their own wisdom, and they didn't like to take advice from other people. But they're going to feel like you have so much wisdom, you're so wise. Okay, and they want to listen to you. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to feel like you're so wise, and I want to listen to you because I know you're going to guide me in the right direction, or I know that you know what you're talking about. I can see in your eyes that you experienced a lot. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, they're going to feel like you are a teacher, and they want to surrender to you teaching them, and you like telling them what you think and how you see the world, you know, which they usually are not open to this. They're usually not open to like other people's opinion, you know. Again, there's something about, not that they're not open to other people's opinion, I just feel like they're very like defensive about how they perceive the world, and how they are very selective with who they allow to give them advice, or who they allow to like give them wisdom, you know. But they're going to feel like you're such a wise soul, and when they listen to you, they can feel like the years of wisdom, or the years of like you experiencing life and coming to conclusions, realizing something, all of the spiritual lessons that you've learned, like almost as if like you are like a grade A student, and they should listen to you if they want to pass the test. Okay, that's how they're going to feel about you. And again, they could be like stubborn about this maybe in the beginning, and then they realize like, yo, let me slow my roll, let me put my ego away, let me put my pride away, and let me go to pile number 2 and ask her like what she thinks and how she sees this, because I know that she always has words of wisdom that make me understand and make me feel like I even understand my own journey. They're going to feel like you, okay, so for some of you guys, I'm hearing pile number 2. If you're just going to feel like you psychoanalyze them, and you see through them, and you understand how they work, but it's going to be like, they're going to be a little bit like defensive about it in the beginning, kind of like, well, we don't know each other yet. Like, how why do you feel so confident in already knowing who I am when we just met? But it's kind of like you're going to be very fast in like reading them, or analyzing them, or understanding them, and they could be a little bit like feeling like you would have to know me for a long time to know me. But then they're also going to realize you're just a very wise soul, and you read people very easily, and they might even come to you with a spiritual question, or like a question about life, and they feel very vulnerable doing so, like being viewed as the student, or being viewed as not having all the answers. Like they feel very vulnerable in like coming to you and like showing you that they don't have all the answers, you know. But they're also going to feel like you are a safe space to do so. And they will have a strong, deep feeling that you might have an answer to a question that they have within their soul, or their spirit, or their mind. Okay. Yeah, so they could be stubborn about this, but then they're going to kind of like let go of their ego, or let go of their pride, and like just stand in front of you like naked, but naked in a way of like their soul is going to be naked in front of you, or their like deeper questions that they don't say out loud are going to be naked in front of you, and they feel vulnerable. It's kind of like how we women feel vulnerable to be naked in front of men, like physically. If you're just going to feel like he's naked in front of you mentally, or he's naked in front of you like spiritually, or like psychically, you know. And That's what I'm picking up here, okay? And they're going to feel like they need some time to like open up to you in that way. Okay. Yeah, that's also the reason why they feel like you psychoanalyze them, kind of like, you funny dog, peekaboo can hide behind your money dog. That's how you're gonna feel about him, kind of like he's funny and he makes you laugh, but he's also sometimes hiding behind his money, or she's sometimes hiding behind her like status or something like that. But again, you're gonna know that's not the real them. Like they're a little like, they might be a little like a tiny little bit corrupted by society, kind of, do you know what I mean? And yeah, when they're in your energy, they're gonna become like the real them, or they're gonna come back to their own nature and realize like they don't need to do all of that. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. There could even be an energy where you went on the same journey, so you both were on like a journey and you both had the same big question about life, or you both had the same big spiritual lesson that you had to learn on your journey, and maybe you already passed the spiritual lesson and they're still in the midst of like having to pass that spiritual lesson, but they will be aware of that. Okay, because I'm picking up the energy here where it's almost as if like you both went on the same journey, which is funny because we have a picture here where you both are taking a bike ride. This could also be significant. This could be literally like you and them taking a bike ride, or a lot of bike rides through the city and stuff like that in the beginning of your journey. And that's where like all of these like deep meaningful conversations are going to happen, you know, like when you take breaks from bike riding or whatever. But what I'm picking up here is, for some of you guys, there is either an energy where you talk very openly about your journey, and it's stuff that people usually don't talk about. It's usually stuff that people don't talk about. For example, I'm depressed, or I'm confused, or I don't know who I am, you know, stuff like that. It's like not everybody talks about stuff like that, right? So you're going to talk so openly about this, but it's kind of like they went on the same journey, but they went on that same journey silently. So you talk very openly about your journey, and they are very silent about their journey. Kind of like where they do everything on their own, they figure everything out on their own, so they don't talk about their journey. But as you talk about your own journey, they realize, shit, first of all, you are my twin, okay? You are like me in the masculine or in the feminine version, like they're going to feel like they just met like themselves in you. You're just the female version with a beautiful body and a beautiful face, or like a beautiful like masculine body. But essentially you're like them. So you're going to talk about your journey, and they will feel like it sounds like their journey. It sounds like what they have been through, but they never talked about this, or they were hiding this journey that they went on mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever, whoever. So they're going to feel like weird about when you talk, it sounds like them, but you really just talk about yourself. Do you see where I'm coming from? That's what I'm picking up here. Okay, so I feel like in the beginning of your journey, there's this realization that we have been on the same journey. We have had the same questions about the universe. We have been through the same obstacles. We have been through the same struggle. I'm hearing the realization that you guys are meant to go on this journey together, because you are realizing you already are doing this together. Your connection is going to start with the realization that you're both meant to go on this journey together. You're both meant to like overcome an obstacle together. You're both meant to find a question about life, or find an answer about life together. You're both meant to completely change your life together, is what I'm picking up here. Okay. Yeah, and you could both be meant to overcome kind of like a stubborn energy that you have. Like you could be a stubborn person yourself in a certain way, and it's almost as if like you're both going to break down this stubbornness, because stubbornness is good until it goes overboard. So you could also be a little bit too stubborn in certain areas in your life, and they're going to crack it down. They're going to crack your stubbornness down so that your life can flow again, and that blessings and manifestations can flow again. And they're going to crack your stubbornness down. You're going to crack their stubbornness down, so that things can flow in their life again, and manifestations can come into their life in their life again. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here as well. There's something about like the realization very early on that you are meant to go on this journey together. But to me, this feels like a mental journey, like mentally figuring something out, or like emotionally figuring something out, or like spiritually figuring something out. Okay, and this could involve like, again, I feel like this is symbolically these bike rides, but it could also be the manifestation of you both being on a journey mentally or emotionally, and it's going to like manifest in you going on car rides, or you going on bike rides, or you going horse riding. Do you know what I mean? It's like the journey, like the symbolism of a journey is going to be very significant for you guys in the beginning of your connection. Pile number 3, pile number 2, I literally see your future spouse. Oh my God, this is so cute. Okay, I'm going to leave you with this mental image, okay? And then we're going to go to the extended in a second. I'm seeing them like having their bike, going on a bike ride. They might be telling you, again, it's just like metaphorically speaking, or it could be literally what is going to happen, okay? So they're going to talk about, yeah, I'm going to go on a bike ride through the city. And kind of like in your heart, you would love to go with them, you know, but you're saying like, oh, have fun today, you know, let's meet on another day if you're like busy today and you go on a bike ride, or you go on a car ride or whatever, you know. I don't pick it up as traveling. I literally pick this up as like going for a ride in the city or like something like that, okay? And they're contemplating kind of like, yeah, I'm going to go on this ride on my own. Like I'm going to take a bike ride on my own. Or again, this feeling of like, I want to isolate myself, you know, because I don't look good. I don't feel good. And she's going to see that I don't look good and I don't feel good. And then she's going to not be attracted to me anymore. Okay. So they're getting ready, because I literally, do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing them like getting their car ready, getting their bike ready, getting their motorcycle ready to go on a ride. And, then they discover that they have a second helmet, kind of like they forgot about a second helmet that they have in their basement. And they look at that second helmet, you know, but it wasn't part of the plan, right? They wanted to control the plan for the day as, okay, I'm going to go on a motorcycle ride by myself. But they look at the second bike, or they look at the second helmet, or they look at their car seat, you know, like the car seat next to them, and they feel like, maybe I'm meant to do this with pile number 2. Maybe pile number 2 is supposed to go on a bike ride with me. Maybe pile number 2 is supposed to go on a motorcycle ride with me. Maybe we're supposed to like drive together through the town, you know, like maybe we're supposed to like go on this spiritual journey together, or we're supposed to go on this journey together through traveling through the universe, you know. They're going to just look at their empty seat or the second helmet or the second bike that they have, and they're going to feel like, no, we're supposed to do this together. I'm not supposed to do this on my own. I'm supposed to do this with pile number 2. I can feel it in my soul, you know, and that's how your connection is going to begin. Okay. But they're going to talk to you about their friends. They're going to tell their friends like, yo, I need to talk to you about this girl that I met. I need to talk to you about this guy that I met. Okay, so we're going to look at this on Patreon. The link is going to be down in the description box, and we're just going to see how it's continuing, like what is happening next. Okay, like you guys are like falling in love in the sunset energy, like, okay, I don't know if it's like a, yeah, I'm hearing, but when I look at this card, I also pick up like late summer, like I'm picking up like the last days of summer for some reason. Okay, again, this is not going to resonate for everybody and their mama, but that's what I'm picking up here, okay? Yeah, pile number 2, I'm hearing, you know the song Summer Love? I can't wait to fall in love with you. You can't wait to fall in love with me. There just can't be summer love, you see. Okay, so I'm picking up the energy of like, because in the song they say, the summer's almost over for the both of us. And then he says something about like, but that doesn't mean that our journey has to be over. Something about the summer is almost over, but that doesn't mean that, kind of like, do you know what I'm being brought to? I'm being brought to kind of like the sunny weather being done, or the sunny weather being over. And it's kind of like your connection is going to go from funny to serious. Do you know what I mean? Because summertime is about fun. It's about having fun. But come fall, it's kind of like serious, or the energy is going to become serious or something like that. Again, it could be metaphorically speaking, or it could be literally about the seasons, okay? But I'm hearing the summer is almost over for the both of us, but that doesn't mean that, hold on, let me actually look at the lyrics. Summer love. I can't wait to fall in love with you. doesn't he says something about the summer's almost over for the both of us. Hold on. Yeah, it says the summer's over for the both of us. Summer's over, but that doesn't mean we should give up on love. You're the one that I've been thinking of. You're the one, and I knew the day I met you, you'd be the one. Okay, so that's the vibe that is coming through here, but I'm also picking up the energy of like, you're going to see your future spouse's funny side. Very early on in the connection, they're going to be super funny, super goofy, but then they're going to turn like, you're going to get introduced to their like serious side, because I'm also hearing you only loved my flowers, so when autumn came you didn't know what to do with my roots. So this almost feels like they're going to think you only like them for their flowers but not for their roots. They're going to be scared about this, like only like the fun times, but what if the funny days are over? Like, are you still going to like them? Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm picking up, is something about like the quote that says, he only loved me for my flowers, so when autumn came, he didn't know what to do with my roots. Okay, so there could be an energy where you're going to fall deeply, deeply in love with each other's roots in autumn season or in fall season. Again, this autumn, fall season, next autumn, fall season, I don't know. Or is this just metaphorically speaking, okay? There's something going on with like, maybe you're both going to feel like you're just showing your chocolate side to the other person, but what if they see the other side of you? Okay, you could both be feeling like you sometimes only show one side to people and the other side you don't show because you're scared to show it, but you're both going to feel the same way, okay? And then there's this energy of like both overcoming the fear of showing your other side to people or to this particular, like to your future spouse. And that is going to be the journey, like overcoming one fear after the other when it comes to exposing yourself or showing your other side to him or her. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, do you know what I'm also seeing? I cannot stop channeling. I'm also seeing a scene where your future spouse is driving in their car. They listen to a song. It might be like a romantic song, and maybe they had plans on that day, especially when it comes to achieving things, making money, hustling. Okay, they're gonna realize like, no, let me turn around, let me go to pile number 2. In that moment, they could also be realizing that they were lying to themselves about all they need is like money, or all they need is, you know, I don't know, I feel like they're going to go through a lot of like deep thoughts when they meet you. You're going to make them think about deep things and deep topics. Okay, is what I'm picking up here. For some of you guys, pile number 2, one more thing before I go. I talked about this in the last pick a card reading that I posted on Patreon, which was called Your Next 2 Weeks. I think it was pile number 3, if I'm not mistaken. But I talked about someone being right behind you. And I talked about the Knight of Pentacles, or yeah, I think that was the reading. I think it was the reading, but something about the Knight of Pentacles, like kind of like where you, this is you, and this person's like right behind you. So there could be an aspect of like your future spouse was hidden in plain sight. They were around you all along. They might even live in your neighborhood and you never saw them. You're like, how the hell did I never, how the hell have I never seen you when you live 5 minutes away from me? Okay. That's what I'm picking up here too. It's kind of like being shocked about how hidden in plain sight your future spouse was. Okay, because they were like literally, I'm hearing they were physically close. Like, I'm not just like energetically, I feel like they were literally physically close for some of you guys. Like, how the hell have I never seen you? That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm picking up. Do you know what I'm also seeing? You know what? We're going to talk about this on Patreon, okay? Because I just got like a vision of like something here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to talk about this on Patreon. So guys, this was your reading. Again, you guys already know. See how it's like lighter now, because now it's not that dark anymore. Like, you know, the gray clouds are kind of like subsiding. See? Anyway, pile number 2, we're going to go to the extended now. If you're interested in that, the link is down in the description box. If not, I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely, lovely day. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading, guys. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a reading about how your love story and your future spouse will begin. The energy that is surrounding your love story, especially in the beginning. Okay, like how are you going to feel? How are they going to feel? Like, how are you guys going to feel when you look into each other's eyes? Or like, I don't know, just how it's all gonna start. Okay, that's what we're going to look at today. So let me tap into the energy. By the way, this reading is going to have an extended, and in the extended we're going to look at like the continuation. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. And if you want to know how does it continue, you know, there's going to be a link down in the description box, and you can check out my Patreon. Okay. Okay, let me tap into the energy here, pile number 3. What's going on? The first thing that I'm hearing, I'm going to show you the cards in a second, but I want to like tap into the energy. Pile number 3, the first thing that I'm hearing here is your future spouse is going to feel like they don't know what hit them. They're going to be in love before they're realizing that they are in love with you. Okay, there's this energy of like not realizing that you're falling in love. Do you guys know when you like watch movies or something like that, where two people are like hanging out or they're talking, and all of a sudden you have like a silent moment and you realize, damn, I'm in love, you know? But when you were talking to this person, you didn't realize that you are falling in love. That's the vibe that is coming through. So your future spouse is going to be in love with you before they know that they are in love with you. So they're going to kind of like fall in love with you, but not realize, damn, I'm in love with pile number 3. Okay. So it's kind of like the energy where, to me, this almost feels like your true love and your future spouse or your love story is going to feel like almost as if like it's catching you by surprise, or it's creeping up on you. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, you know, like this realization when you look at somebody, like you might be talking, you might be in the middle of a conversation, you know, and all of a sudden they like realize like, oh my God, like they touch their heart, or they just look at you and they realize, oh my God, I'm so in love. Because, but again, in the moment where it happened, they didn't notice it. Do you know what I mean? So to me, this almost feels like love at second sight. That's what this feels like to me here, okay? Or let me show you the cards, okay? We have the card here, my love for you makes me act foolish. Sorry, babe. Okay. Then we have the card here, which is exactly the energy between the two of you in the beginning, especially. It says, wait, I'm scared to fall in love with you. Let's not, ... What is happening? Okay. That is the energy that is surrounding you guys. It's kind of like the energy where your future spouse is going to feel like they were not looking for love when they met you. They were not looking for love, or they were not thinking about love when they met you or when they meet you. Okay. There's this energy of instantly knowing, but kind of like suppressing it. Okay. Your future spouse is going to be, it's like the energy where they're going to know instantly when they look into your eyes. But you know how when your intuition is telling you something and you're like, nah, this cannot be it, you know, like, nah, I'm tripping, nah, I'm interpreting too much into it, you know? It's kind of like, that's why I'm saying it's kind of love at second sight, because your intuition already told you. But if you don't trust your intuition, it's at second sight, right? Because the first sight is like, oh my God, I'm in love. But then you tell yourself like, nah, I'm not in love, or no, this is just a fling. I'm hearing, it's just a little crush, not like a faint every time we touch. So your future spouse might think they just have a little crush on you, or they just think you're beautiful. But the more they I'm hearing the closer they get to you, the more they are realizing, or the more they will realize that they are in love with you. Okay, I also feel like your future spouse is going to be shy, or there's kind of like an energy between the two of you where you're both going to feel shy. Okay. if you tell me, Cynthia, I'm not a shy person, then this is your true love in your future spouse where they're going to feel shy around you. If you tell me, Cynthia, I am shy, then there could be an energy where you're both going to be kind of like in a shy energy. It's this energy of like, am I just thinking that this person likes me, or do they really like me? Okay. I'm hearing they're going to fall in love with your eyes instantly because we have the eye card here. Okay. Your future spouse is going to feel like, I'm hearing they see your eyes when they close their eyes. Like when they close their eyes and lay in bed, they will see your eyes, or they are seeing your eyes. Okay. It's like they will have like fantasies when they lay in bed, or like daydreams, because to me this almost feels like, and that could also be the reason why they are realizing that they are in love with you. Okay, because they could be like, again, there's this energy of like kind of knowing that you met the one, but then also feeling like, how would I know, or like, how do you know if you met the one? Do you know what I mean? Like, because we have the card here, Justice, and it says equality, neutrality, and logic. And I'm hearing logic is out of the window. So there's this energy of like your connection is not going to feel logical, or like the beginning of your love story is going to sound unlogical or illogical, or I don't know what the word is, but it's not going to sound logical to other people. It's not going to make sense. You know when people say like, oh, you cannot fall in love with a person that you only met online. You cannot fall in love with a person on a first date. You cannot fall in love with a person at love at first sight. Like, that's not logical. Okay, but that's how your love story is going to begin. It's going to begin, I'm hearing your love story is going to be beyond logic. Like there's something about it's gonna like go over, I'm hearing it's gonna go over people's head who have never felt it before. Like they never felt that feeling before. It's gonna go over their head. Like, no, you cannot fall in love with a person like at love at first sight, or you cannot fall in love with someone and you only talk to them like online, you know, or you cannot fall in love with them like on a first date, or you cannot know if someone is the one. You have to like date them for a couple of like months or weeks or something like that in order for you to know. But your future spouse is going to feel like you are the one. Okay. And it's going to make them feel shy, or it's going to make them feel like they're scared. Okay. There's something about, again, there's something about like your love story is not gonna feel logical. There's kind of like logic is out of the window. So there's this energy again. I think there's this energy of like instantly being in love, and like that's not logical. That's not, I'm hearing you cannot explain it. Okay, your love story is going to begin with you feeling a feeling you cannot explain, and them feeling a feeling that they cannot explain, or them feeling they have a connection to you that they cannot explain to other people, or to people that are very logical. Maybe they can talk about this to spiritual people that do believe in love at first sight, but if someone doesn't believe in all of that, they cannot talk to this person about this. Okay, there's something about your future spouse is going to feel like you're so beautiful. With the Empress card here, they're going to feel like they've never seen someone so beautiful like you. And it's not just like your outer beauty, it's also like the little things about you, your hands, your voice, your eyes, your lips. Yeah, there's this energy in the air of like, they're going to think that everything about you is beautiful, and they usually don't feel this way. They usually are a person like they see somebody being beautiful, but then they also immediately see flaws, you know, like, yeah, she maybe has beautiful eyes, but I don't know, maybe her hands are not that attractive or something. Not that they judge people, but it's kind of like, you know, when you are being approached by somebody, you also notice like, oh, they have nice hair, but I don't know, I don't like their voice. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, because it's not true love, it's just about physical attraction. But with you, they're going to feel like they find everything beautiful about you, like even your voice or the way that you speak, your accent. It's almost as if it's almost as if they're going to feel like you're flawless, like there's no flaw, like you are pure perfection, and it's gonna like make them shit their pants. I'm gonna be honest, okay? And again, I don't feel like it's just your beauty, but I also feel like your personality, your energy, like even like what you post on Instagram, or the way you do your hair, or the way you dress, or I don't know what kind of movies you recommend. Like everything about you is like, they're going to feel like they're like shocked and in awe by your beauty. Like it's almost as if they're speechless. You're so beautiful that they cannot speak. They're like, I'm hearing too stunned to speak. Okay. And coming back to the energy where I talked about, like, it's almost going to feel like it's creeping up on you. I do feel like pile number 3, your love story is going to be a love story where two people don't realize that a love story is beginning. So to me, this almost feels like two people not realizing that a love story is beginning, because they're both questioning their intuition. So it's kind of like, is a love story beginning right now? Is this like the love story that... Am I in a love... Yeah, this is even the energy of like, am I even in a love story or am I not? Like, I don't know if I'm just making things up in my mind or if this is really happening. That's what I'm hearing, okay? So your love story is going to begin with a lot of mystery, or a lot of like... we have the high priestess here, and again, the high priestess knows, but the high priestess doesn't always say or tell everybody everything that she knows. So it's almost as if like you both know you're the one, but you both are like, I cannot just say it. I cannot just like claim it. I don't even know. It's like you both have a very strong intuition, but you're both people that you don't always listen to your intuition. That's what this feels like to me. So it's going to be like the beginning of your connection is... The beginning of your love story is all about like trusting your intuition when your intuition is telling you that the search is over. Okay, my mind told me I'm just tripping, or I am interpreting too much into this. Okay, and that's the reason why it's going to creep up on you. No matter how many pick a card readings you're going to watch, it's still going to creep up on you. This is a love story that is going to creep up on you. This is a love story where you don't even realize that you are in the middle or in the beginning of a love story, because you're going to look at him or her and you're going to feel a spark and immediately shut it down, kind of like, no, this cannot be it, or this is just wishful thinking. This is just wishful thinking. It's almost as if like you're going to feel like this is wishful thinking, even though it's your intuition. And again, that's the reason why it's love at second sight, because it was love at first sight, but it's you not trusting your intuition which is the reason why it's going to be love at second sight. Do you know what I mean? That's what this feels like to me here. Like they're going to feel like, you know what the funny thing is? I'm going to be honest. If I look at this card right here, I know it's not going to probably make sense to you, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because I just watched Nara Smith, but the guy in the background to me he looks like Lucky, or when I see him, I feel like he looks a little bit like Lucky, like her husband. And I do remember when they talked about how they met, I feel like he saw her walking on a catwalk or something like that, and I do believe he said that he knew instantly. Yeah, pie number 3, I'm also hearing your future spouse will know when you walk towards him. You know, he could be standing somewhere, or she could be standing somewhere, and you could be walking towards him. Let's say, for example, you guys meet somewhere and you might be a little late, which also happened in The Great Gatsby. In The Great Gatsby movie scene, he was like, no, I'm leaving. She's 2 minutes late, because he was like scared she wouldn't come. Okay, so there could even be an energy where your future spouse is even going to be scared that you're going to cancel the date last minute. They're going to be very nervous. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why. Maybe this happened to them before, kind of like someone canceling on them 2 minutes before the date, or do you know what I mean? They planned everything, they prepared everything, and someone canceled on them. I don't really know what that means, okay? But I'm picking up the energy of like them standing somewhere and you walk towards them and they will know. Like when you walk towards them to say hello, Okay, see, it's gonna be on your first date, okay? That's what I'm picking up here. It's gonna be on your first date. They will know on your first date. Part number 1. They will know. You're gonna walk towards him, and there's something about the way that you walk. They're gonna like the way that you walk. They're gonna be very attracted to your walk. Like the way that you walk, you might be very, I don't know what that means, okay? But they're gonna be attracted to your walk. Maybe for some of you guys, you are a model, or you have a certain way where you walk, or maybe you like to wear high heels, or something like that. So that, of course, like it enhances the walk, right? If you wear high heels, that means that your walk is a little different compared to like normal sneakers. So they're going to be like super attracted to that, is what I'm picking up here, okay? Also picking up is something about you're going to walk towards him, and he will know, like as you walk towards him, like, see, that's what I'm talking about. The closer you come, the closer you get, the more that they know, okay? And that is also telling me that he's gonna look at you from afar and feel like he knows, but the closer you get, the more it's like, yeah, that's it, I knew it from afar, or I saw you from afar, or I could smell you from afar. That's what I'm even hearing. Something about like they could even smell you from afar because your perfume is like really nice. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. They would know as you walk towards him. It's like I'm seeing literally them watching you as you walk towards him, like with a smile and wanting to say like, hey, hello. And he would know. They would know. That's when they would know, okay? Okay. So your future spouse is going to know instantly that the connection with you is dangerous. That's what I'm hearing, okay? In the sense of like, they're going to fall in love with you like crazy. They're going to be crazy in love with you. That's how they would know, okay? But again, there's this energy of like being shy, because your future spouse will feel like you are everything that they ever wanted, and they don't know if they are enough for you, okay? So there's this energy of knowing that you met the one. I'm hearing your heart will know when the search is over. You will both know that the search is over, but there's this energy of like, nah, that's not logical. Like, no, that cannot be it. Or like, no, I'm not in love. Or no, he doesn't like me back. Like, I don't know why. Maybe you both could also have some type of like imposter syndrome, is what I'm picking up here too. It's kind of like you feeling like someone cannot be in love with you. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like you're going to meet him and you will know that they are in love with you, but you will also tell yourself like, no, he's not in love with me. No, she's not in love with me. I don't know why. Like, this cannot, like, I'm just imagining it. Again, it's because maybe you feel like they're too beautiful. They're too, like, perfect. They're too, I don't know. Okay. You might even feel like they're too cool for you. They're too popular for you. They're too, yeah. Or maybe there's this energy of like a lot of men or a lot of women want you, future spouse, and you would be like, why would he choose me? Kind of like, you know that he chose you. Like in your soul, you know they are in love with you, but it's kind of like your logic would tell you, well, there's 100 other women around him. Like, did he even notice me? And he noticed you immediately. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, there could be an energy of like, there could be an energy in the air where you could have also been my pile in the last pick a card reading where I was speaking about the word sight. I was mentioning it, yeah. What are the signs trying to tell you? And I said the word sight came out twice or something like that, or 3 times, okay? So there's something going on with like, if your spouse is going to be so in love with you that they're going to act crazy. Okay, or you're both going to start acting crazy. But again, there's something about like not realizing that you fell in love. Like it's gonna take a couple of like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like where you spent a day with a person and you feel like, oh, it was a great day, and then you drive home and then it hits you. It's like it hits you out of nowhere. Okay. Your future spouse will have like a strong desire to like touch or stroke your hand. Do you see that here? But again, they're gonna have like a lot of daydreams, or they're gonna dream a lot about you in their when they lay in bed. Because again, I feel like your connection is going to be something about where you both know, but you're both not sure if what you feel is intuition or delusion. Like, are you delusional? Okay. And there could be an energy of like someone here being shy, or both people being shy. Something about a secret admirer. They're going to admire you from afar, long before they grab you, they touch you, kind of like where they grab your hand, like you're mine, you know? It's like they're gonna look at you from afar and think you are theirs, like that's mine, you know, pound number 3 is mine. But before they actually say it, some time will pass. Okay, for some of you guys, you're even going to find out okay, for some of you guys, you're even going to find out like how they feel about you, not directly through them. Because to me, the tattletale always talks about a secret being exposed, right? And you know what I'm also picking up here with this card right here? Wait, I'm scared to fall in love with you. That's not what is happening. Like ... what is happening? This would even be an energy where maybe your future spouse is going to be a new co-worker, or your boss, or your neighbor. Kind of like where they feel like they don't know if it's... They don't know if... Again, I'm hearing they're going to think very, very early on, like... if this connection is going to last, but it's also going to catch them off guard, because you guys might talk like acquaintances, or you guys might talk like, I don't know, randomly. I don't even know how to explain that energy. There's something about you and them talking, and again, I'm hearing it hits you like a ton of bricks. Something was hidden in plain sight, or like... something about... They might even feel like, again, maybe it's not appropriate to approach you, because again, it could be a coworker. Maybe they feel like they don't want to make it awkward at work when they approach you. Maybe they feel like they don't want to make it awkward because you live in the same neighborhood. And if they do come to you and tell you that they like you, and then you reject them, they're going to see you like every day, and it's super embarrassing. Do you see where I'm coming from? Or maybe it's like someone's brother or sister, and they feel like if they approach you, maybe it's going to make your connection to their sibling awkward. Do you see where I'm coming from? This could also be another energy here where they feel like they don't know if they should approach you, but they cannot forget you though. Does it make sense? So they might be thinking like, no, it's not appropriate, or maybe your future spouse even feels like they just came out of a relationship and like they don't want to move into another one like immediately, like it's inappropriate. Okay, but I'm also hearing when they look into your eyes, they know you would drive them crazy in the best way possible. They know, like when your future spouse looks into your eyes, they know like you got them by their balls, like you got them, like you have them. Do you know what I mean? Like they know, I'm hearing they would know, like they know your power, or they will know instantly that you will play a big role. And again, there's something about them laying in bed and thinking about, should I approach pie number 3? Should I not? Was that a sign that she likes me? Was it not? They're going to fantasize about it's almost as if they're going to fantasize about having the confidence to talk to you, you know? And I do feel like because they are fantasizing about having the confidence to talk to you, that's why they're actually going to manifest it. Do you see where I'm coming from? I almost want to say if your spouse is going to manifest the confidence to walk up to you, because they're going to fantasize about being super confident and just grabbing you and telling you, yeah, I'm gonna make you mine, or you're mine, or you will be my wife one day. They want to say that, you know, but they feel like they need more confidence to do so. Okay. So yeah, they will look at you from afar for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I don't know. Okay. And there's also this energy of where they feel like maybe they are going to forget you after some time, or maybe you're going to forget them. And I'm also hearing, it's again, they kind of know that you want them to, but then they also feel like there's this imposter syndrome. This I'm just delusional. I feel like you and your future spouse, you could both be very intuitive people, but you're also both people who question their intuition. Okay. So yeah, they will fantasize. They will lay in bed and fantasize about how you lay next to them. But again, that's how they're going to manifest it. That's the reason why they're going to manifest this, even though I feel like the obstacle will be that they're shy, that your future spouse is kind of shy. And it's not I don't know. I'm also hearing, why am I shy? They're even going to ask themselves, why am I shy? I'm not shy. Why am I shy around pie number 3? Okay. And again, there's something going on with you might even find out how they feel about you before they actually tell you, because someone could be, for some of you guys, there could be an energy, I'm not saying for everybody, but for some of you guys, there could be an energy where you might be in the same community, or you have mutual friends or something like that, okay? Or you know, the same people or whatever. And you will know that they like you because someone is going to tell you Jeffrey's always talking about you, or something like that. For others of you, there's this energy of you're going to, okay, for some of you guys, I'm also hearing you're going to have a dream in which they confess their love to you, or you're going to have a vision. But again, you're going to ask yourself oh, my dream was just me wishful thinking, or I don't know why I had this vision, because clearly he doesn't like me, he's not looking at me. Okay, see, for some of you guys, I'm being brought to this one video on Instagram where a guy was showing how a man talks to a woman that he likes and a woman that he just likes sexually, but kind of the difference between when a man is lusting after you, or when a man really has a crush on you. And the man that was just lusting, he was super confident, he was talking to her because he didn't care, right? He was talking to her, he was super confident, and stuff like that. And around the girl that he really liked, he was stuttering, he couldn't look her into her eyes, he was looking away or whatever, you know, acting all weird because he was scared to say the wrong thing. And then people in the comment section said, if a guy acts like that around me, I would think he doesn't like me. You know, that's the vibe that is coming through here. I also want to ask you a question, pie number 3, okay? Because this is it's gonna make sense. I'm hearing pie number 3. There has been a golden thread in your life. There has been a golden thread in your life, or a reoccurring theme where you later find out that someone had a crush on you. and you didn't notice it. You thought this person only sees you as a friend. This person is not interested in you at all. You know, like maybe in elementary school, maybe at work, kind of like where you always had a feeling, I kind of feel like he likes me. And then you're like, nah, he doesn't like me. Like, we're just friends. We're just co-workers, you know, where there's like a reoccurring theme that you know someone likes you, but then you tell yourself, I'm not special, or like, not every guy likes me, not every girl likes me, like I need to chill, you know, with my assumptions. And then later come to find out, maybe people later have confessed to you, yeah, you know, I had a crush on you when we worked together 2 years ago. And you're like, damn, really? You had a crush on me? Like, and it could even be an energy where you also had a crush on other people, but like there's this energy of like, there were always people that had a crush on you and never told you. Or you later found out that they actually were crushing, they actually had a crush on you, or they actually were in love with you. You know, even people from the past, or people will like tell you, yeah, I liked you, you know, but I was shy. Or when we were young, do you remember in elementary school, do you remember, like, I really had a crush on you? This could be a reoccurring theme in your life, and I'm hearing it's not gonna be any different with your future spouse. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, there could be an energy of like you finding out through the grapevine, do you say it like that? Or finding out or hearing something through the grapevine of your future spouse's friends is gonna snitch on your future spouse, like, yeah, he really likes you, and you're like, no, he doesn't like me, like he never called back, or why was he so weird the last time? And their friend is like, no, he really likes you, you know, like he just doesn't know how to act, or like he's talking about you all the time, you know. That's what I'm picking up here. Or again, you will find out, or you're gonna feel like your dream or your vision, or like what your spirit guides are telling you about your future spouse doesn't match up with how they act. Does that make sense? Like maybe in your dreams you see them like confessing their love to you, but for some of you guys, I feel like it's gonna be a work situation, work romance, because I see visions of that. Okay, now you're going to feel like, why is this guy always staring at me? Or why is this girl always like looking at me? You know, and you might see them from afar, but when the closer they get, the more you're like, ooh, he's cute though, she's cute though. But from afar it's like, who the hell are you? Like, do you know what I mean? That's what I'm picking up here. Yeah, they're also gonna feel like the closer they get to you, the more they like cannot resist you. There's this energy of like wanting to resist this connection. Okay, they're going to feel like, no, I don't want to fall in love. Like, no, the time's not right for me to fall in love, but it already happened. It already happened. It already happened. Okay. For some of you guys, pile number 3, I'm also picking up the strong energy here, because we have the card to keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. What I'm picking up with this energy here is that you are going to meet your true love in your future spouse in the middle of you transitioning from one lifestyle to the other, from one self-identity to the other. So you're going to literally meet while you're both transitioning to a new lifestyle, a new way of seeing the world, maybe even a new way of dressing. Maybe you are getting a new haircut around that time, they're getting a new haircut. There's something about you're both going to meet while you're both transitioning from an old life to a new life. And that's where the confusion is going to come in. You're going to meet in the middle of like chaos and confusion. I'm going to be honest, okay? Where you are still figuring out who you are, and they're still figuring out who they are. The best way I can describe it, okay, because with the card here, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. The best way I can describe it is, for example, when you are realizing that your favorite color is changing. So I feel like pile number 3, this card right here, keep an open mind, to me almost feels like you're going to meet your future spouse in the middle of you developing a new type. Okay. That's why it's going to be confusing. You're both in the middle of developing a new type. Again, kind of like where your favorite color always has been black and all of a sudden you really like the color green, you know? And it's like, damn, I never liked wearing color and all of a sudden I love the color green. Or you never liked coffee and all of a sudden you like coffee. You guys know how, right? Our taste buds also change throughout the years or throughout like different stages in life, and even our colors, the colors that we like sometimes can change. Or again, something about like maybe you're going to feel like your style is changing. Do you know what I mean? So when your style is changing, then that also means that your type is changing as well, right? Because if you change your style, that also means you might attract different men because your style is changing compared to what you used to wear. Okay, do you see where I'm coming from? And that's where the confusion is going to come from. That's why it's going to creep up on you that your future spouse is literally standing in front of you, because you're going to be like, I'm still figuring out what I like. I'm still like, yeah, I'm still figuring out what I like. I'm still like figuring things out. So I feel like when your future spouse stands in front of you, it's not going to be like, again, your intuition is like, yep, that's him. Yep, that's her. But then you're gonna be like, no, I'm confused. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still figuring out who I am. And again, it's kind of like the energy of like, I usually don't go for men or women like that. And it's not like they're not gonna be your type. It's the energy of like you are developing a new type and you're meeting them in the midst of still developing your new taste buds. Okay. It's like, I don't like salads, and then all of a sudden you taste the most delicious cucumber salad you've ever eaten, and you're like, damn, do I like salads? Because that cucumber salad was heavenly. And you start to like experiment, like, okay, I want to eat a carrot salad too. And then you realize, oh my god, I do like carrot salad. And then you realize, I actually like salad, but I always thought I don't like salad. Maybe because you had a very bad salad in the past. Tofu. I love tofu. I don't like tofu until somebody cooks you the best tofu you've ever eaten. Delicious. And you're like, damn, do I like tofu? Maybe I didn't like tofu because the person that cooked it for me in the past, like they didn't know what they were doing with the tofu. Okay. Your future spouse will feel like they want to cook for you. I'm hearing they want to win your heart with cooking a delicious meal. Okay, I'm hearing they want to win your heart by like cooking for you. Or they're going to think about like, how can I win pie number 3's heart? Even though they're already like, you already are smitten by them, you already are into them, they're still going to think like, how can I win pie number 3's heart? Because they're not going to like, I feel like they will, your future spouse will feel like you maybe like them, but you're not like so into them, even though you are. So they're going to think, okay, you might like me, but how can I make you fall in love with me? How can I make you crazy over me as much as I'm crazy over you? Like, how can I win your heart? They're going to think about like, how can they win your heart? Okay. They feel like they have to do something special and extraordinary so that you notice them, even though you already noticed them. Does it make sense? Because they don't see themselves as special, but you do. So they think they have to do something special. Okay, yeah, they're gonna feel like Cupid's arrow just struck and they didn't see it coming. You could feel this way about them too, like, kind of like where you feel like, oh, he's kind of cute, but he's actually not my type, or... And then the more you look at him, the more you're like, but I cannot stop looking at him. And then you're asking yourself, like, maybe he is my type. Am I developing a new type? Like, is my type changing? Okay, let's see. The King of Wands. Your future spouse could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, which are usually very confident people. I'm telling you, your future spouse is usually confident. They're only going to piss their pants when they are around you. Your future spouse is usually a confident person. They have no problem charming somebody. They don't. Only with you. That's how they would know. Dangerous. Part number 3, you're dangerous. Like the way you make me feel, you really turn me on. You really knocked me off my feet now, baby. My lonely days are gone. Yeah, they're going to feel like they have to show you that. I mean, they feel like they will feel like they have to show you that they're a high quality man or a high quality woman. Okay. They will feel like they have to show you that I'm hearing they want to win your heart within 24 hours, because I'm hearing the song Stay Ready by 𝘸𝑩𝑗𝑜𝑦 𝑇𝑎𝑘𝑒 and Kendrick Lamar, where 𝘸𝑩𝑗𝑜𝑦 says, if you just give me 24, man, all I need is 24 hours. I promise you will want plenty more. So if you're just going to feel like they have to like plan the perfect day, like the perfect 24 hours for you to like, because it's almost as if like if you're just going to feel like they're so in love with you that they're scared that that you're not as much in love with them as they are with you. So they're going to feel like they need 24 hours, or they need to like have a day with you where you fall in love with them as much as they fell in love with you. Like, yeah, it's kind of like what they want to make you feel like it's love at first sight, because that's how they feel about you. Do you know what I mean? And then they're going to feel like pressure, and then they're going to start to feel shy and like, yeah, but they're gonna, if you're supposed gonna feel like, I don't know what is happening, like I'm clueless, I don't know, like I met this girl and I don't know what happened, like I talked to her and from one second to the other I was like, I want to marry her, like, and it just like it happened, like just I don't know, and I wasn't even looking for love when I met her, and she was standing there and I thought, oh, she's cute, but you know, but then when she talked to me, when I heard her voice, I was like, damn. And then I felt something inside of me, and I don't know, I never felt like that before. I feel like if this person's going to talk to themselves, like they're going to try to like, they're going to feel like they're insane, so they're going to talk to themselves about this because they feel like when they talk to other people about this, they're going to feel like people are not going to understand, okay, how they feel. How will Part number 3's love story with their true love and if just might begin? Yeah, there's definitely a friend, because we have 2 kings here. Okay. Let's see. How will Part number 3's love story with their true love and their... Yeah. For some of you guys, it's definitely at work, okay? For some of you guys, if your spouse will be a person that has a higher position in your workplace or at your workplace, in your company. Okay. And for some of you guys, they're going to talk to someone that they trust about you, but not everybody. It's like they feel like they can only trust a certain kind of person to understand how they feel, because again, it goes beyond logic to how they feel in like what kind of like, I don't know. Because again, for a lot of you guys, you have been with your true love and if you're supposed in your past life, so of course it's gonna feel like this person is your husband or your wife, but it exceeds logic, right? I'm hearing logic will get you from A to Z, imagination will get you everywhere. So if this is a past life relationship, of course, it's gonna exceed logic or the logical brain, right? Because not everybody believes in past life energy. They're going to work on something. When they meet you, they will feel like, no, I really have to like, They may even take extra shifts at work, or they might really work really hard in the beginning of your connection. Do you know what I'm being brought to? I'm being brought to The Great Gatsby. I don't know if you guys know that movie where Leonardo DiCaprio, he was so in love with her. Yeah, your spouse is going to feel like you're a high quality woman. They're going to feel like, nah, I cannot like just approach you like that. So I'm being brought to The Great Gatsby, where Leonardo DiCaprio was like, yeah, that's the Great Gatsby. That's the energy. Because now I'm seeing Leonardo DiCaprio being super. He had a friend as well that helped him, right, to get to Daisy. I think her name was Daisy. Okay. Your spouse is also going to feel like they need to figure out what your favorite flowers are. Or maybe you really like flowers and they're going to notice. So they will try to kind of like figure out what your favorite flowers are. And they're going to be on your Instagram or on your whatever, trying to figure out like, or try to ask sneaky questions to figure out what your favorite flowers are. Is what I'm picking up here. But I don't know if you guys know that movie scene. But when The Great Gatsby, or like when Gatsby came back, first of all, he was away because he wanted to make a lot of money to kind of like impress her. And when he came back, he was so nervous and he was like doing the most. Like, for example, he didn't just buy her one bouquet. He was like filling the whole room with roses and bouquets, and he was like super stiff and his head was like red, and he was like, he didn't know how to talk to her because he had planned for this day the last couple of months, and then the day was there. And again, like I remember this movie scene where like the whole room was full of flowers and he was asking his friend, do you think that's too much? The whole room, oh my god, I can't. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. They're going to ask their friend, like, do you think it's too much if I do this? Do you think it's too much if I do that? Like, you know. So I feel like the way your love story is going to begin is, your love story is going to be a long foreplay. How's your love story going to begin? With a long foreplay where the sexual tension is building up, the craving each other is building up, the I cannot resist her, I cannot resist him, the daydreams become more intense. It's kind of like the energy where your desire to be with each other is going to become more and more each day. The more you are away from each other, the stronger. That's the funny part. The more you are like not giving into the connection, the stronger your desire to be together. Because it says, this time I want to surrender to love. So you might even have a past of like running away. When you are in love with somebody, maybe you did this in the past. Okay, there's some type of like mirroring energy here. You might even feel like you can see yourself in your future spouse when, kind of like how you acted in a previous connection. Yeah, there's something about, I feel like you will both understand each other like clockwork. They will know exactly what is going on in your head, and you will know exactly what is going on in their head. But then there's this energy of like, am I really intuitive? Are these my psychic abilities? Or am I tripping? Am I delusional? But they're going to have a friend that is helping them to make something happen. So if your spouse is going to make a lot of stuff happen behind the scenes when they meet you, they're going to feel like you are their inspiration to go hard, or to go harder, or to succeed, to make more money, to heal faster, to overcome their insecurities. Like you are their like happy ending on that journey. They will feel like they have to overcome some type of big insecurity, but they're like, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm not gonna let my insecurity like ruin this connection. Okay. So there's something about you both being patient with each other in the beginning. Okay. Because again, there's like this mirroring energy here. You could both feel like, this is not the ideal time to fall in love, honestly. I don't know why the universe made this all. Like, what kind of timing is this? You will feel like, what kind of timing is that? Why now? Like, the timing is shit ass. What kind of timing is this? Yeah, so you could both feel like you both have something that you feel like is stopping you from like laying in bed and cuddling. Okay. But I'm hearing pie number 2, that's also the motivation for you, kind of like where you want to lay in bed with him or her and cuddle with him or her, so much so that you will kind of like somehow make, let's say for example, you live with your roommate and you feel like you want to live alone before, or you want to find an apartment so that you can cuddle with your true love and your future spouse, right? But maybe you were lacking motivation, or maybe you were lacking kind of like the drive or the spark to make it happen, you know? But when he comes into your life, you're going to be like, no, I need to manifest my new home right now. And you're going to have so much energy, or you're going to be so like driven by this daydream of laying with him in the bed that you will be going hard when it comes to manifesting. Like, you're going to be manifesting like crazy, you know, so that you can have your own home and be with him. And that's the vibe that is coming through here. And they're going to feel the same way about you. They're going to feel like they're daydreaming about you and like you laying in his bed. But maybe they want to manifest a new apartment, or they want to manifest like a big amount of money because they want to buy you gifts and they want to buy you a ring. They could even be already thinking about like, I'm going to buy you a big ring, you know, to show you that, you know, I don't know, there's something about like, I'm going to show you that I'm the one for you, but they want to not just say it to you like, hey, I'm the one, baby. They want to show it to you. Kind of like where your future spouse is going to feel like, no, I need to let my actions speak. I cannot just speak, like words are just words. Let me show her. Let me show pie number 3 that I'm the one. So they will make something happen. Like, I don't know, like, because I'm also being brought to, again, with The Great Gatsby, right? The Great Gatsby was like hosting parties. So there could even be like a significant party is what I'm picking up here too. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm even being brought to? I'm even being brought to them going to the DJ and asking the DJ to play a slow jam at a party because they want to slow dance with you. But it's kind of like they're talking to the DJ behind the scenes. So to you, it looks like a coincidence, but they planned everything behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? That's the vibe that is coming through here. Or let's say, for example, they're in the middle of moving apartments or moving to a different apartment, and they're going to find an apartment that is close to your apartment, and you think it's a coincidence, but they have been secretly looking for an apartment that is close to you. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to look like coincidence, but they were planning everything behind the scenes. So your future spouse will somehow plan something behind the scenes with their friend to show you that they're like a high quality man, and to show you that that they're the one for you. Like, they want to show you that they're the one for you. Like, no man has ever done this for you. That's what I'm hearing. No man has ever done this for you. So they want to do something that no man has ever done for you, so that you know that he's the one, even though you already know. That's what I'm picking up here, okay? Or the other way around. She's going to feel like, I'm going to do something that no woman has ever done for you. Okay, and I don't know what that is. Okay, it's going to be different for all of you guys, but yeah, they're going to go overboard. They're going to do something like, they're going to do something. They're going to have a plan. They're going to be plotting and planning behind the scenes, and you don't know about it, or they think that you don't know about it, but you do, because your intuition is strong, okay? And you will both feel like very patient with each other. There's something about like, I'm patient with you and you're patient with me. Let's see. How would pie number 3's love story with their true love and their future spouse begin? We're going to go to the extended very soon. We have the, yeah, it says the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, one more. For some of you guys, your future spouse will find out about you through a friend or through an acquaintance. I talked about this in a different reading where I said like your future spouse will see a picture of you, like on someone else's profile, through someone else, through a group photo or something like that. Okay. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, I feel like they're either gonna get a lot of help from a friend. Okay. Or a friend is literally, like I'm picking up the energy where, do you guys know, for example, if someone is like throwing a birthday party for you, right? Then one person has to kind of like lure you in, right? One person has to kind of like tell you, hey, let's go here. And then the other person's like planning everything. So there could even be an energy where their friend is going to lure you in because they want to surprise you with something. Okay, they're going to feel like they have so many feelings inside of them for you, but they don't know how to like, how can they like put it into like a gift or a song or a poem? Like how can they like show you how they feel? That's how your future spouse will feel about you. Let me get 1 or 2 more cards. Okay. That's how your love story is going to begin. Your future spouse will feel like they want to put in the work. Let's get a few more cards, guys. How would pie number 3's love story with their true love and their future spouse begin? Before we go to the extended, it says love is built on long nights of lost sleep, so they're gonna lose sleep over you. And deep conversations. It says food for the soul. Your future spouse will feel like they have been kind of starving, especially when it comes to deep conversations. They're going to feel like, okay, for some of you guys, I feel like your future spouse will feel like, you know, they have conversations with people, but these conversations are usually shallow. So when you talk for the first time, this conversation is going to be so deep that they almost feel like their soul is alive, or like their heart is full. Pile number 3, your future spouse will feel like they have been starving for a deep conversation. Okay, they have been thirsty for a deep conversation. They have been starving for it, okay? So when you come into the picture, they feel like, you know, the satisfaction of like a full belly, or the satisfaction after you drank something. That's how they're going to feel about you, okay? They're going to feel like they're thirsty for those deep conversations with you, okay? They feel like nowhere else can they find those deep conversations that their soul is longing for. They want to be on the phone with you the whole night. They want to, like, you know how the conversations that you have change from daytime to nighttime, where daytime you have certain conversations and then nighttime you have different conversations, like a little bit more deep, or a little bit more, let's talk about secrets or something like that, okay? They're going to feel like they crave talking to you every day. They want to talk to you every day. Okay, they crave talking to you every day is what I'm picking up here. Or something about like they want to have those deep conversations every day, not just once in a while, because again, I feel like they cannot have those deep conversations with a lot of people around them. Okay, it could be just particular people, but if it's friends, it's also like a male perspective, right? So they have those deep conversations with men, but maybe they crave to have those deep conversations with a woman, like the female energy. Like they're gonna be craving just your energy, especially in conversations. Do you know what I mean? Something about like they just want to talk to you. They just want to like I'm hearing they just want to talk to you. They just want to hear your voice, but also this energy of like They want to talk about all these deep feelings that they feel. They want to talk about things that are supernatural. They want to talk about things that don't make sense. They want to talk about things that are not logical, you know. They want to talk about metaphysical stuff. They want to talk about supernatural stuff. They want to talk about kind of like they want to explore the deep ocean, and they can only explore that deep ocean with you. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Or they're going to feel like you are a deep ocean that they want to explore because they have been thirsty for depth. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, they're going to feel like that's what they have been craving, what they have been looking for. The conversations that they have with you, because they cannot have these conversations with other people. It says love is built on long nights of lost sleep and deep conversation. So maybe in the beginning you're even going to talk, like maybe for some of you guys you might even talk through the night. Okay, where you're going to talk like until 5 a.m. in the morning, you know. It's kind of like kind of like a conversation that turns into, I'm hearing a conversation that turns into a love story, or like a long conversation that turns into a love story, or kind of like talking to you for so long, and then after the conversation is done and over with, it hits them like a ton of bricks that they just fell in love with you. I'm hearing they're going to feel like your beauty runs so deep. It's like, like a deep ocean or like a deep pool, you know? Like, I'm hearing still waters run deep. They're going to feel like you have this energy of like still waters run deep. You might be like, your energy might be sometimes very quiet or very calm. And then when they talk to you, it's like a deep ocean, but you didn't know how deep the ocean was. See, it's kind of like they dip their toe into the water, not knowing that they're like in a deep ocean, because they thought it's just a shallow like pond. You know. They will fall in love with like your conversations at night, or like in the evening or something like that. Again, they're going to feel like they have been starving, or like metaphorically speaking, they have been starving, and then when they met you, it's like they actually enjoyed the conversation. For some of you guys, they might even sometimes act like they're enjoying conversations even though they don't enjoy conversations. But with you, it's like they don't have to act. They actually genuinely enjoy the conversation. It's like it's not normal for them to feel this way. Okay. They sometimes do not like to talk to people, but they force the conversation with you. Just like, I'm hearing it just happened. Like everything just happened. Okay, let's see. One more card. Déjà vu. Wow. So there could be an energy of like you feeling like all of this already has happened. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's this energy of like, I feel like I know this guy. I feel like I know this girl. Like you are familiar to me. Your energy is familiar to me. I mean, you remind me of a girl that I once knew. This is why I just can't get with you. Okay. Doesn't he say, I see her face or something like that? Okay. So I don't know if you're gonna have a deja vu when you meet your future spouse. Kind of like, this all happened before. Like, I know this guy. Your face is familiar to me. Some of you guys, pile number 3, your future spouse might even look similar to an old crush that you had, like, I don't know, in high school, a couple of years ago, in your 20s, when you're in your 30s. Like something about, for some of you guys, your future spouse might even look like an old crush that you had. Maybe even an old crush that you had that you thought you could never get, or you could never like, they would never like you back. Do you know what I mean? Or that's how they will feel about you. Like you look like a person that they crushed on when they were younger. So it's kind of like a wound where you look like the girl that they always wanted, but maybe they got rejected in the past, or in the past. So it's kind of like that's what's going to make them feel shy. Or like, I also pick up your future spouse might even feel like you're fancier than you actually are. So for some of you guys, they're going to feel like they have to have a lot of money, or they have to like do the most, even though you're not that type of person. But they're going to think like you're so classy and so elegant, or something like that, that they think that you want stuff that you actually don't want. It's kind of like they feel like you're so beautiful that they're speechless, like they almost cannot speak. Or like it's almost as if like you're both going to feel like you can already see the future. Like you look at them and you can already see the future. When you look at him, he already can see, or she can already see her future when she looks at you. It's like this feeling of like, I can already feel and see my future when I look at you. But I'm fucking crazy for feeling this way. Yeah, or it's going to feel, and again, even if you don't talk about this, even if they don't believe in past life energy, it's going to feel like you already have a past, because you have a past. So you and your future spouse, you have a past from your past life, again, which goes beyond logic, right? Or beyond the logical brain hemisphere. So you and your future spouse have a past. So when you meet, it's going to feel like you have a past. It's not going to feel like this is a fresh start. It's going to feel like we already have a past. We've been new, like we knew, we've been new. Or how do you say it? I think you say like, I've been new, you know, it's like a slang, like where it's the energy of like, yeah, we've been here before, we've done this before, I've known this person for a long time, I know how they work, I know their ins and outs. Like it's going to feel like you have a past. Like this is not your first rodeo, this is not your first time meeting, this is not your first time being in a relationship, this is not your first time trying to overcome an obstacle as a couple, even though you're not even a couple yet. Do you know what I mean? It's going to feel like you already have a past. And it's also going to feel like the future is already secured. I don't even know. Again, it's a feeling. It's like the future is already secured, or the future is already clear to you, you know, when you meet him or her, which again doesn't happen with many people, right? You don't feel with every person that you have a past, or like a past life energy, or you don't feel with every person that you already know about the future, or you can already see the future. But yeah, there's something about you feeling like you can already smell the future, like all the puzzle pieces are coming together when you meet him or her. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm hearing it makes sense. Okay, so it's going to feel like it makes sense to be together. It's like we already have a past, or we already have a future. Something like that. Again, it's a feeling, because I cannot describe it any better, because again, it goes beyond logic. Okay, so you would know what I'm talking about when he's in front of you, when she's in front of you, or maybe you already met them and it's like already happening right now. Everything that I just talked about. Okay, that's what I'm picking up here. And again, they're gonna talk to a friend about all of this, and I feel like their friend is going to help them to make something happen, to kind of like come up with a date idea, or like kind of like come up with a plan how to make you fall in love with them, or how to make you feel like he is the one, she is the one. One last card, and then we're going to go to the extended. Okay guys, let's see. How will pile number 3's love story with their true love and their future spouse begin? Okay, we have the 4 of Wands here. For some of you guys, there's going to be a significant party. Okay. I'm hearing they planned everything. Your future spouse will plan everything. But there's something about... the 4 of Wands can sometimes stand for, yeah, a gathering, a party. Okay, it also says the mansion. I'm hearing a pool party. Something about a pool party. I feel like your future spouse is going to feel like they want to do something fancy. So I feel like when they finally have the balls to like tell you how they feel or like ask you out on a date or whatever, I feel like they want to do something fancy, or they want to take you like to a place. I'm telling you, they're going to feel like they want to take you to a place that they think you could like. So they will analyze you. They would try to analyze you. They would try to like figure out, do you like to be outside? Do you like to go to restaurants? What kind of food do you eat? You know? But again, I'm hearing falling in love in the midst of chaos, falling in love in the midst of a journey. That's how your love story is going to begin. Falling in love in the midst of times in your life, kind of like falling in love. I'm hearing, how did I fall in love? Or like, when did I fall in love? Like, when did this happen? Like, I'm even hearing you're going to talk about this. Like, when did you know that you were in love with me? And he's probably going to be like, I don't know. Like, I just woke up that day and I was like, I knew it. But I didn't notice it when it happened. That's what I'm hearing. You might even feel this way as well. Like, yeah, I also was like, I didn't notice it until you like, you know, until we didn't see each other for 2 or 3 days. And then I was like, ooh, well, maybe you are the one, because, but I didn't know that this would happen. Like when I texted you, like I didn't think of anything, or like, I was so like confused about my own life. I was so like, I was going through it. I'm hearing I was going through it when I met you. I was like really trying to keep it together. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm hearing, why didn't you tell me that you like me? And then you say, why didn't you tell me that you like me? Well, because I thought you would tell me that you like me. And then they're gonna be like, but I thought you would tell me that you like me. Like I was thinking if you would like me, you would tell me. Okay. Maybe your connection is gonna feel like you're coming home, because if you're both on a journey to figure out like who you really are, and it doesn't even have to be, for example, who you really are. You might know who you are, but you might still try to figure out who you are in your career. What kind of friend circle are you looking for? What kind of family do you want to have? Like, do you want a family? Do you want to have babies? Do you not want to have babies? You know, these are questions you might even feel like I need to know if I want to have babies or not, before I get into a relationship, because like I cannot lead this person on. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe they want children. What if I don't want children after a couple of years and I wasted their time? There's this energy of like, I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm on a journey. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what tomorrow brings. And I'm just trying to get to the finish line of this spiritual quest, this journey. But I feel like you're both going to be each other's finish line, especially because I feel like you're both also going to be on a spiritual quest, like having spiritual questions that don't make sense to you, or questioning like who you are again in your career, who are you meant to be, what is your purpose. And it almost is going to feel like you're both like walking into each other, and it's like, okay, well, I guess that's my purpose. Not that this relationship is your purpose, but when you look at him, everything that he like embodies is like, reminds you of your purpose, or reminds you of what really matters in life. Maybe even what you have been lacking, what you have been looking for. So it's going to feel like a homecoming. Like your connection is going to feel like a homecoming. Kind of like, I'm finally home. Yeah, I'm finally home. I don't want to cry. I'm hearing I'm finally home. Okay. Because I was looking for home and no place felt like home until I met you. And wherever you go, I follow you deep sea, baby. Okay, that's an old ass song. Pile number 3, we're gonna go to the extended now. Okay, I'm gonna get a few more cards. We will see how will this continue. Okay, so they're talking to their friend. They're talking to their, I don't know, best friend, their friend. They might even talk to somebody who believes in love, like for kind of like where they're seeking out a friend in their friend circle that they know believes in love. Do you know what I mean? Instead of like seeking out a friend that they know doesn't believe in love or doesn't believe in love at first sight. Do you see where I'm coming from? That's what I'm picking up here. Pile number 3, I just wanted to end your reading. Didn't we talk about the movie scene in The Great Gatsby with the flowers like being all over the room? I was just looking at the comments, okay, and didn't I talk about how your future spouse is going to feel like they cannot just say things to you, they cannot just say I love you, they have to like put it into something physical, like a physical manifestation of their feelings. They're going to feel like they have to make their feelings physical, okay? And someone commented, the color palette of the flower arrangements and pastries are the physical manifestations of the feelings he has for her, an aura you can touch. That's how your future spouse is going to feel about you, that they have to like physically manifest their feelings, like something that you can touch, an aura you can touch. They want to like give you their heart, but in something that you can touch, like their heart is in it, but you can touch whatever this is, okay? Yeah, they're going to have a strong craving to show you with something physical that they love you, you know? Again, I'm going to say it again because the way this person worded it is crazy. It says, the color palette of the flower arrangements and pastries are the physical manifestation of the feelings he has for her, an aura you can touch. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with that. For some of you guys, I'm also picking up this energy that a green light or the color green could be significant in your connection. I don't know what that means, but something about a green light or a green bird or a green t-shirt or a green eyes, like the color green could somehow be significant in your connection or in the beginning of your connection. And again, I don't know what that means, okay? It's going to make sense at some point. But again, we're going to tap into that in the extended, so if you are interested in that, the link is down in the description box. If not, I'm going to see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely, lovely day. Bye.